Good morning, everybody. How are we all doing? I will say one thing that I learned yesterday is that you guys in the chat are about 30 seconds behind me. So I will try to answer and have a chat to you guys when I can. But you do have to be aware that it'll be like 30 seconds late. But anyway, it's good to see you guys bright and early, 10 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. For those of you in the University of Auckland, I hope you've had a nice first day back at uni. And for anyone else, I hope you've had a lovely day yesterday. So yesterday we did a little bit of game development. We made some sprites and we made a pretty decent start on a game, a 2D side-scroller where you play as a cat that hits things off shelves. So thanks for joining us here again today. We will continue the game and showing a few more fun aspects of Unity Editor, things like particle effects and animations, the exciting side of art. Not that art isn't usually exciting, but the more things I can feel like I can just play with in Unity, the more exciting it gets. But enough of my rambling for today. Let's get into the presentation. So, welcome again to the Game Developer Guild. Who are we? And I just realised I've forgotten to hit record. Good at doing that, but I've done it now. So, Game Developer Guild. Who are we? We are, in short, we're people who like to make video games, who like to talk about video games, and who like to play each other's video games. And if that sounds like you, then Game Developer Guild is the place for you. But let's get into it a little bit more, because that's a super vague opening. But I like to just open up with it, because it's a pretty good summary of what we do. So I'd like to start by introducing you guys to our executives for this year. So we have quite a few old faces, but we have a few new faces as well. So we have Josh and Selwyn, our president and vice president, who have been in it for the long haul. So if you're an old member around here, you'll probably remember them, as well as Harry, our treasurer. I have taken over for Clinton as of this year for tutorials officer, but he's still around. Don't worry. He'll just be chilling as a general executive. It's too early in the morning. I should have had a coffee. We have Zach our events manager. So he's an absolute star at pulling together a whole bunch of our big events for the year, like Kiwi Jam. And as a new role this year, we have Darren, our arts coordinator, and I will actually be joined by Darren today as a co-host for today's stream. Kim Song, who you guys all have met yesterday, he's actually, I think he's flying off to America today. Exciting stuff. Good for him. And we have Clinton, Jordan, and Vincent. Our last three general executives, last but definitely not least. So what are we all about at the Game Developer Guild? So Game Developer Guild is built on kind of 5 foundations, really. We want to educate you on how to develop games. So we want to help yourself learn to develop games. So we do this by, we host tutorials multiple times a semester, and we also provide you the opportunity to partake in game jams, where you'll be able to be partnered with a whole range of levels and abilities and talents to grow your own game dev skills. So it's also just a really fun environment to learn this stuff in. Support. We welcome people from all backgrounds and levels to the exciting world of game dev. So it doesn't matter whether you've been developing since you were a baby, it doesn't matter whether you've never touched game development in your life. Whatever you're interested in, we're here to support you, and we're here to see how you can contribute to the world of game development. Creativity. I don't know if you guys have ever, I mean, I know for a fact I've done this a lot, but sometimes you'll just be like sitting in a lecture, chilling at home, and you'll think of this amazing idea, like, this is going to be such an awesome game. You're like, I really want to make this. But a lot of the time for me, I end up getting demotivated or not having the skills to make the game. Or, you know, just forgetting about it even. So at Game Developer Guild, we really push you to grab that spark and ignite it, and we will help you achieve that spark. If there's a will, there's a way, basically. We will help you get there. Personal development. So people have different goals with Game Developer Guild, and that's totally fine. Some people just like game developing as a hobby. Some people want to make it into the industry. Some people want to make the next EA. Well, maybe not EA. I feel like EA was a bad company to use as an exemplar. But the next big game company. Regardless of that, we're here to support your personal development as well. We frequently host industry nights where we bring in industry speakers to the club, and they provide their experience and knowledge in the work they do, and also how they got to where they are today. Bit of a spoiler for later on in the presentation, we have a really, really awesome industry night set up for next week. I'll tell you more about that later. And we also have collaboration. So I think something that's really hard as an indie developer is it's really hard to get the opportunity to work with other people. And I think when I first joined Game Developer Guild, one thing I didn't realize is learning to develop games with other people is its own skill. You need to be able to communicate with other people and figure out, okay, how am I going to build this, but like keeping out of the way of this person, but also making sure we integrate this at the same time. There's a lot of back and forth that's involved with collaborating. So what's really awesome about Game Developer Guild is we create this really nice environment to learn how to work with other people, and we provide that opportunity to develop in a team. And you can figure out whether it's for you or not. I know some people, there are definitely some solo developers, and that's totally their thing. So we usually do this through our GDG jams. So these are month-long game jams where we group you up with a range of talents, and you go away, have a go at making a game, and we do a little showcase at the end of the month. Awesome. So I've talked a lot already about, you can do game development, and if you like game development, come and do this. But what is game development? And in the context of the club, I think we can break it down into around 4 areas. Obviously, in terms of the industry, I mean, once you get into the game development industry, there are so many more areas than this. This is very simplified. For example, we've left out game business and marketing. However, I feel like that's something you can get to. I think we potentially don't have the resources in this club to teach you how to run a game business successfully, but we can provide you the skills to get to the point where you can develop a game first. Because I think that comes before the marketing anyway. So, what are the areas of developing a game? We have art. So game art is, from the obvious things like designing the characters and creating the sprites and models, creating the scenery, as well as kind of coordinating the entire visual style and design of the game. As well as you also may be interested in doing animations or visual effects. Visual effects are obviously a really important, like an integral part of the game experience, and I think a lot of people don't realize just how important they are. You know, whether it's just something glowing or sparkling once it's ready to be used again. Small visual cues like that are all over the place and are crucial for how a game is played. And I do want to put the disclaimer that you don't have to, when I say art, when I say animation and visual design and drawing and things like that, you don't have to be interested in all of those areas. If you just want to draw some characters, that's fine. If you just want to do some animations for a game, that's fine as well. You can be interested in all, some, or just one of these things I'm talking about. The next area in game development is coding. So this is all the game logic. If you need your game to do something, the programmer will program it to do that. So this is all the kind of logical stringing together behind the scenes of a game. In our club, we are a big proponent of using Unity and C#. But of course, there are many different languages and engines you can use to code a game. Sound. So, sound design is also crucial to a game. So this is music for a game. This is also sound effects for a game and voice acting for a game. And I think what's really awesome about video game music is it's a very different experience from creating a regular song, because I think when you're creating music, there's very much this very set lifetime for a song. You'll be like, oh, I'm creating a pop song, it'll be like 3 minutes long and then it'll be over. Whereas for video game music, it's really about creating an atmosphere and being like, okay, what atmosphere does this room need to have? What atmosphere does this type of situation need to have? How can I integrate this and blend this as the character moves throughout the world? Sound effects is also important. If we were in person, I was thinking of holding a sound effects workshop. It's going to bring in like bits of celery and things like that so we can make cracking bone sounds and stuff like that. But honestly, with Omicron being as it is, I'm not sure. But that was the plan anyway. And last but not least, definitely not least, we have game design. So I did generify this area a bit, but what game design is to me is everything that's about thinking about and designing how the game is going to work. So we have sound, art, and coding, which are the actual creating of the game. But all of these are informed by the game's design. So the game designer will design the game's mechanics, the purpose of the game, and I've also put story within game design as well, because that's also a really important part of the game. Because ultimately a game is trying to communicate a message, and it's up to the game designer to figure out how to best communicate that message. Something that's also important for a game designer to take into account is a game going to be fun? So usually game design involves a lot of testing and prototypes with kind of just simple mechanics, being like, is this actually fun to play? Is this worth pursuing further? Kim and I talked a little bit about this yesterday, about grey box design, where you create the simplest possible version of your game very quickly and check if it's fun. If it's fun, keep going with the game. If it's not, you might be working on a lost cause. But thank you for listening to my rambling. In short, if you're interested in any of these areas at all, even just part of them, then GDG is for you. We're here to help you improve in any of these areas. Awesome. So at this point is where I introduce some events we have throughout the year. So let's get into it. Industry talks. I was looking forward to talking about this. So we invite speakers in a few times a semester to share with us the work that they do and how they got there. Without giving away too much, we're having an industry talk next week actually with I will say that if you are a fan of MiHoYo's work and are interested in seeing how they have brought games like Honkai Impact and Genshin Impact to as much popularity as they have, and interested in seeing some of the processes behind creating the game, you'll definitely want to tune into next week's industry talk. So that'll be our launch night on Friday, I believe. But we'll come with more information in a bit. That'll just be in the Discord, so keep an eye out there. But yes, we host industry talks a few nights a semester where we bring in people with experience in the industry to have a chat about what they do, how they got there, and they're often University of Auckland alumni, like I mentioned. Thank you, Resident Olsen. I do aim to be inviting. I hope you'll join us for the year this year. Kiwi Jam. Okay, I love Kiwi Jam. So Game Developer Guild proudly hosts Kiwi Jam every year. So we've been really lucky actually with Kiwi Jam the last few years, especially with all the COVID that's gone on. But Kiwi Jam has managed to thread the needle in terms of lockdowns in New Zealand every single time. So we've been able to have Kiwi Jam in person in 2019 and 2020. Which has been, not 2019 and 2020. What year is it this year? In 2020 and 2021. So for this year, if Omicron is still very present when Kiwi Jam comes around again, we will probably be hosting Kiwi Jam online. But otherwise, Kiwi Jam is a 48-hour long game jam. We give you a theme. You either bring some friends or make some friends there, and you guys develop a game. And some really awesome stuff has come out of Kiwi Jam. And I'll actually showcase a few of the games today. It's such a fun time. I can't recommend it more, honestly. We also have GDG jams. Now, if you're a bit of a more of a long time member with us, these used to be called Teams rounds, but they have been rebranded to the shiny new name GDG Jams this year. So these are our in-house game jams, and they're not as time pressured as Kiwi Jam is. These game jams are around a month long, and there's more for education rather than purpose of creating something. Although that being said, some really awesome stuff has come out of our GDG jams as well. So what we'll do here is we will create some game pitches, or you guys will create some game pitches, and we'll pair you up with people of different levels and different skills and different talents, and you guys will have a go at seeing if you can create the game in a month. And we have a bit of a showcase at the end of the month. And this year we are looking for a few games from our GDG jams to showcase at Armageddon when that comes around this year. So we are looking forward to seeing what we get out of GDG jams this year. And last but not least, we host tutorials. So one thing that's great about Game Dev Guild is you don't need any experience in game development to come into the game. All you need is the desire to want to learn. And we provide tutorials that teach you things like coding and art from the ground up. We currently don't have any tutorials in sound design, but we are looking to create some tutorials for this in the future. So these tutorials will start in week 3, and like with the launch night, we'll provide some more information in the Discord. Awesome. One thing I did forget to mention that we usually do have as well is we usually have game nights, which honestly we have them usually once or twice a semester. We really like to have them right before exams hit, and it's honestly just a night where we order in some pizzas, bring in some games, and everyone just has a good time and winds down before the big wave of exams hits. So again, with COVID, we're not sure how this will run. However, for things such as tutorials and game night, we will be hosting those as Zoom workshops this year, at least for the first half of the first semester. And we'll review this as the situation changes with COVID. Which is a bit of a shame, because I really enjoy the in-person aspect of attending Game Developer Guild. But we're hoping that with the Zoom workshops, we should be able to recreate the experience as much as possible. Awesome. So, thanks for listening, you guys. This was our presentation on the Game Developer Guild. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to leave them in the chat. I'll get to them when I can. And yeah, I think that's it. Darren, I haven't missed anything, have I?
I think it was a pretty good presentation. You did pretty good there. Got most of the important parts.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Resident Elson, we're looking forward to meeting you too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It'd be good to have you come along and meet us all, you know.
Yeah. I am kind of gutted about the whole COVID situation, honestly. I think it's really, I don't know, I was super stoked to get back into it this year and meet people.
Yeah. I feel like in person is it's really nice, and you can meet new friends and, you know, actually get, you know, stuck into things.
Exactly. But it's fine. We'll do what we can.
It's fine.
It's fine. I'm okay. I'm alright.
Yeah.
But we're not alright. But we are. It's fine. Okay. Let me just do a quick transition here to... because, Darren, I know you were on Zoom yesterday. I don't know how much of the stream you were able to keep up with.
Yeah, I watched a bit of the stream. I mean, there weren't many people on Zoom. Also, feel free to head to the Zoom and ask questions. But I did watch the stream, and you made like heaps of progress. I was actually pretty surprised. You made heaps of progress during that short time. I'm gonna be honest.
I was really surprised as well. I didn't think I was gonna do as much as I did.
That was pretty crazy. Also, I love the design of the little character.
I can't.
Great.
I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but I said this so many times yesterday, but let me repeat this again. His paws are 1 pixel each. So hopefully that doesn't happen too many more times. It happened right at the end of the stream yesterday. At the very least, like my Discord messed up or something like that, and Kim Song completely dropped out of the call, and I was just like,
oh gosh.
I was really trying to make conversation by myself for like the last 10 minutes. It was not easy, let me tell you.
At least it was at the end.
It wasn't, yeah, exactly.
It could have been worse.
It could have been worse.
Yeah, you've made a lot of progress. This looks really, good.
Thank you.
I like the wallpaper.
Ah yes, true artistic beauty. It is 2 colors.
Yeah, I mean, the background does a lot for a game, you know?
It's true.
The background does a lot for a game sometimes. Sometimes you can just get immersed.
Yeah, it takes it from, like, looking like real, kind of like crusty to like an actual game. I will say that.
Crusty.
Yeah, crusty.
It's the best word to use. Yeah.
I was wondering what we should start off with today. I was thinking either maybe we could do a little showcase first. Or
yeah, I think a bit of a showcase could be good.
Let's do a bit of a showcase.
I think we could do a showcase and then you can get stuck into it.
Yeah, I reckon. Okay, cool. Let's see what we have to showcase today. I downloaded a bunch of our members' games from last year.
Awesome.
Let's have a look. Oh, actually, I know what I'm going to showcase. There's a game called Heliodrift made by one of our members. Jose. I haven't actually had a play of it recently, but what I played of it last year was really cool. So he sent it in the other day, and I'm excited to see what progress he's made.
Cool.
Okay, so let's. It's a bit of a delay while I wait for my old computer to boot up the game.
Anyway, what's going to be happening this stream?
So this stream, I died immediately. Awesome. So this stream, we will be finishing off the basic mechanics of the game, and if we have time at the end of the stream, I'm wanting to be getting into some particle effects and animations using Unity. Yeah. We'll see how we get on, because I think it can be hard, but we'll do what we can, basically.
Yeah.
And anyone in the chat, if you want something explained, or if I'm moving too fast, or if I'm not making sense, please just let me know, and I will do what I can to explain myself. I'm just gonna open the volume mixer for this game because it's a little loud in my ear right now.
It's a pretty hardcore game here.
Yeah, right? Alright.
It looks good though.
It looks awesome.
Say it does look good.
Okay, let's give this another go. I will try not to die. Oh, okay, so I think we're playing on the purple team, and we're trying to hit the yellow ships. I think immediately what I'm super impressed with in this game is just how professional it looks.
It does look very professional.
It's like, already I'm playing this and I'm like, yeah, I would pay $9.99 for this on Steam, like, immediately.
It looks pretty hectic though, like,
yeah.
There's a lot going on.
There is.
Like,
but it feels like a game I want to keep coming back to and trying.
I keep
dying, but I keep also being like, I think I can get better at this.
Is this the sequel to Elden Ring? Is this the
next Elden Ring?
Yeah.
Bro, after this game comes out, it's Elden Ring who no one will know her.
Yeah. It's like Heliodrift. Oh, I've heard of that. Elden Ring, no.
Yeah, exactly. Have you been playing Elden Ring?
Yeah. No, I don't think I have anything to run it anyway.
Oh no, fair enough.
Watching videos.
My flatmates got a hold of a PS5 last year, so
oof.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, baby. It's not like I get a go at it because they're on it like all the time, but it's cool that we have one in the house.
The presence of a
exactly.
PS5 is enough.
We are in the presence of a PS5, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
Okay. I think another part I wanted to demo of this game. I'm pretty terrible at the actual shooting part of this game. I want to have more of a go at it, but I also am aware that I want to showcase more of this game. So I was talking to Jose last year, and this game is actually like, it's not all shooting, like it's kind of it's more of an open world exploration game. So this scene here is like a battlefield scene, but there are also scenes where you'll just be going and kind of traveling around the planet and seeing what's going on, really. So,
it's like an RPG.
Yeah. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like No Man's Land, except I like this more than No Man's... Wait, no Man's Sky. No Man's Sky, that's the one.
Yeah, it does, yeah. So they probably have a better release, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So thank you to Jose for sending this in. I actually worked on a few of the sprites for this. Not a few, I think I worked on like one of them, and then I got busy, so apologies to Jose for that. But I don't know, he was always telling me, he was like, I need an artist to help me with the game, but he's done all of this art on his own so far, and I'm like,
yeah.
bro, you're all good. You don't need anyone.
Yeah, it looks really good. Like,
Yeah.
maybe he just wants to offload some work.
Maybe. Fair enough, honestly. I think
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. Once it gets to a certain point in game development, you're not really limited by like skill. It's more just like limited by, do I have time to do this?
Exactly, yeah.
Especially
if you're like working alone.
Yeah, exactly. Or if like you're a uni student as well,
Oh yeah.
like most of us. I think that's the hardest part about the game. I think the Game Developer Guild, one of the hardest parts is just figuring out how to have the time to develop games. Because obviously, like, you know, even if we love developing games, we do still have to pass our assignments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think there's like definitely like a dip in how much work gets done for the game jams the closer it gets to exam time, which is fair enough.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you have those, chill out game nights to relax before exams.
Fingers crossed. Oh my god, the mob movement in this game is awesome. I think what we'll try to do this year is we'll try and get a virtual game night going. I know you can play Gartic Phone with up to 30 people, so if we want to do like a massive game of Gartic Phone, I reckon we could do that.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
I think we could do it.
Or, I'm pretty sure, like, you suggested, like, Jackbox. That'd be a cool idea, too.
Jackbox
is like an online thing. Yeah.
I'd love to play Jackbox, but I think the problem with Jackbox for me is most of the games are only, like, 8 players. But you can get loads of people to join in the audience. We could do it, like, tournament style.
Yeah, you could, yeah.
So, Darren, I know you're watching the stream, so you're a few seconds behind what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But this game is, I'm so impressed by this game. There's these like currents of wind that you can sit in, and they'll just push you around space as well.
Oh yeah.
It's
the movement of the creatures are pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like how they just like twist and turn.
Yeah, exactly.
Such a good effect.
I think what I'm curious about as well is I haven't gotten anywhere near to like the end of... Oh, I just heard a roar. That's not good. I haven't gotten anywhere close to like the edge of the world yet, so I wonder if it's just like infinitely generating. Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, that would make sense for a space game, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I finally see the wind.
Yes. No, I am seriously impressed by what's been done with this game, honestly. And,
this is pretty sick.
Yeah. Looking forward to a full release at some point.
What are those like green things?
So I remember if you play the full version of the game, should I load up the full I'll go ahead and load up the full version of the game. Just for shits and giggles, because I can. I wonder if we have time. It's just that it looks really cool, but no, I reckon we have time. So in the full version of the game, there's like a story, and the story is you need to go and collect a bunch of packages from space. So if you're playing the full version of the game, you need to go and collect those while not dying. There's
crazy hell space. No, it seems like a pretty well-built game too.
For sure. I think especially.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, especially for like a one-man band kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Made by one man.
One man. So.
You know what it reminds me of? It makes me think of I don't know what it's called. It's like Ruin. I can't remember, but it just the big worm things just remind me of some game. I can't remember what it's called. But I just like the way they just they bend and turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, same. It's awesome. Guard dog, spacebar to interact. Okay, so I'm currently playing the story mode of the game. So we start off kind of walking around a ship, and there's a few passengers on the ship that you can have a chat to before you start your mission. There's such a cute character. I just talked to a guard dog, which is just a dog in like space armor, and he's like, I get paid to bark at people. It's pretty good. Yeah, anyway, but this is Heliodrift, and so the premise of this game is you have a chat to some of the people around here, and eventually you get to hop into your spaceship, and once you hop into here, you get to go and play the game, basically, and go and collect packages. So,
Pretty cool.
This is Heliodrift.
Are they able to check it out?
They are able to check it out. I will. Actually, what I'll do is I can put links to all of these games. I'll put links to all of the games we've showcased over these streams in the Discord and announcements after we're cool. Finished, which will be
sweet.
Really cool. Awesome. So, back into the game dev grind, and thank you for sending us in Heliodrift. So, I'm going to start off by opening up our checklist. So, Darren, what Kim and I did yesterday is we created we were talking about scope and how it's important to scope your game properly, otherwise you end up not being able to finish the game, which is something I'm very familiar with.
Yeah.
So we have created a minimum viable product that we want to create for this game. So we want to be able to die, take damage, attack, and win and move. I think that's a pretty good selection of mechanics for this game.
Yeah, I think it's a good selection.
Yeah. So what we did yesterday is we have movement done, we have death done, and we have winning done. So now what we want is for us to be able to attack the enemies. So that should make the game a bit more interesting rather than you dodging around at the enemies.
You want to have a game where you can kill stuff like teapots.
Like teapots. You go ahead.
It wouldn't be, the whole game about cats knocking over teapots without them knocking over teapots.
Exactly. I'm thinking there's some way we could do a cute, falling off the shelf animation for the teapots.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like how Mario just he pops up and then falls off the screen.
Yeah, exactly. What if? Because I was wondering why there are spikes on the on a kitchen bench. But what I was thinking is, what if when you swipe something off the shelf, it turns into spikes on the shelf below? Because the teapot will shatter, right?
That is an interesting idea, actually. That could be an interesting idea. But then, I feel like you could just avoid that, though. After you kill something, you just walk past.
Yeah, that's true. I think this is where, you'd have to design the levels really cleverly, so you could design it so you need to kill this enemy, but killing this enemy creates spikes here, so you can't get through. Something to think about.
True. Or, you could... Yeah, no, I think it's a good idea, but I think designing it would be
hard.
Okay, yeah.
Definitely a future implementation, I think. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking... I guess what I'm wondering for this game is, do we want it to be insta-death, or do we want to be able to have a health bar?
I I think like an instant death is a good way to start.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, just to get the basic
Yeah,
down, and then
it saves work for me, so I'm not complaining.
exactly. Yeah, or I mean, eventually you could even make some other like I don't know enemies that have more health.
Yeah,
That don't
true.
instantly die.
True. Awesome. So what we're going to want to do now is we're going to want to create a script for the player to be able to hurt things. So hurt things. So let's create. First of all, I'm going to go into the player prefab, and I'm going to give it a. We talked about colliders yesterday, and colliders are basically a little hitbox area. So I'm going to give this cat another collider in front of it, and that's just going to be its area that it can damage. So I'm going to call this object attack, and it's going to have a box collider.
I do like that you made the teapot and the spikes like red colored.
Yeah.
Kind of gives it like it's the bad guy's color.
Yes.
And the cat blue, yeah.
This is how you can tell Aaron's the art executive, because I was trying to tell Kim Sung this shit and he was like, I don't know what you're talking about, but sure. And then like you come and you're like, bam, red colors. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
and the fish is gold like a coin.
Exactly.
You know?
It's all coming
like
together.
Intuitive.
Yeah. And we were saying yesterday that art is more than just making the game look pretty. I think it's a lot of these like small subliminal stuff like this that kind of you know, help tip people off about what to do in a game.
Exactly. It can give you hints, keys, and all sorts of ideas. Even just like it could just sort of make you feel, you know, like you're in the game, you know, immersive.
Exactly.
I mean, along with like music and stuff.
For sure.
So that's why it comes together, you know, as well as the code, of course.
Yeah, exactly. Alright. What am I doing next? So we're going to write a script next. I realized I've forgotten to turn the music on. I was like, why is everything sounding not vibey right now? That's because I don't have the music on.
We need some sick beats.
Yeah, we need some sick beats. There we go. Okay. Awesome. Where am I going? So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a new script called Player Attack. Cool. And
I don't know if you talked about this, but why did you want to get into game development? Okay.
I think we're back. Sorry about that, guys. I hope we're good to go. Let us know in the chat if you can hear and or see us. I think this is finally... I think this is God's way of telling me I need to buy a PC, finally. But I don't know, Kim Sung was saying they're up to like $2,000 or something yesterday.
Yes, yeah.
And I'm incredibly broke, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, guys, thanks for putting up with that. Thanks for sticking around. So, where we left off, for anyone who's just joined, I am joined by Darren, our arts coordinator, and I am Izzy, Game Dev Guild's tutorials officer.
Yay.
Yeah. Woohoo! So, where we left off, I was having a look at our little cat player, and what we have here is I've set up a little area of attack in front of him. So basically, if we press the attack button and any of the enemies are in this attack area, they should get damaged. So,
how is he gonna do a little swipe with his little tiny paws?
that's what I was thinking, right? Because I don't know if you saw our initial sketches, but basically... Oh, you know what? I will bring them up. Our initial... Because the thing that deterred me initially from this sprite is that I didn't know how he was going to attack. So we initially had this idea for this like really like this cat head with like a bodybuilder's like body, and he would just like hit the shit out of like ceramics and cutlery and stuff. But then we thought maybe he wasn't good enough, so we didn't do it. So what we're gonna settle for is probably just like a little like swiping kind of like effect. That kind of covers the area that he's gonna attack in, and hopefully that'll be good enough. Let me bring it up actually. Sketch. Wait, I realized you're like 30 seconds behind me. In terms of what you can see.
Yeah, I'm a little behind, but it's fine.
I'll send you an image of what our initial sketch was for the character.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh.
Pretty terrible.
Is that like a mission? What is it? It's like a boxing glove.
Kim Song said we should give him like, you know, those like big like cat paws that you can wear. He should have those, and he can just like beat people up with those.
I like how tiny his head is, and then his body is just massive.
It gives me the same vibe as there's like a guard dog from Undertale, who has like the same energy. He's like got this little dog head, but a massive like night suit. Alright, let's head into scripts. Player attack. Okay.
So, run me through what's going on. So you're making a collider.
Yes. So I'm actually going to make it a trigger because I think the main difference is collider is a hitbox that you want to interact with gravity and physics and stuff like that, and a trigger is just a collider that you don't want to do that. And we don't, well, we might want our attack to do some physics stuff, but we don't want it to act as like a big box in the physical world, basically. We just want it to check if something's come into its attack field, and if it has, then we'll injure it. What we'll do is we'll write a script called void on trigger enter. And I think this is why I love Unity, just because it's so, the APIs have been written so well, like they're so logical. I feel like, you know, it's really logical in my brain to be like, okay, when something enters this trigger, I want it to do this thing, and then the method is called on trigger enter.
Yeah.
It's so good. We do love to see it. Cool. So.
Yeah, Unity's a very like beginner friendly, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Have you been working on anything recently, Darren?
Not recently. I did something like about a month ago, like over January. I just made like a little game over the month.
Nice.
Yeah, it was kind of cute. I think I did send like that one tile of like a pizza floor or something.
Oh, that's right. Wait, so what was the premise of the game?
So you're basically like this knight, quotation marks, you're like a chef. You're a food knight, actually. Yeah. You're a food knight, and you have to go into like this world to collect ingredients, and to collect ingredients, you have to kill the creatures that are like just like big monster versions of like a meat or like a fish or like a potato or something. Basically, that was it, and you combine them to make foods, and then that's how you score.
That is really cool, actually.
Yeah, that's it. I don't really get much into it.
I don't know. I think as long as you have something, like, I think it's good enough.
Yeah. Well, to me, it was just more like a learning experience, just to see what I could do.
Yeah. And I think it's good to approach making most games like a learning experience. I think you just relieve yourself of a lot of pressure.
Exactly.
When I first got into game dev, I was like, I want to create something amazing like every single time, and now I like go into a game, I'm like, let's see what I do. If I don't do anything, I don't do anything.
You gotta be like willing to make like heaps of mistakes and then like learn from them.
For sure.
That's a great mindset to go with.
Yeah. Alright. So, what I am doing is I'm creating. Actually, I'm just gonna check this works. So I've just created, and Kim Song and I were talking about this yesterday. We want to go back and check very frequently if our code is working. So what this means is, as soon as I've written like a deliverable piece of code, I'll go back into my editor and check that it does what I expect it to do. And this saves yourself from writing a big block of code and then everything going wrong, and then you don't know what exactly is going wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a good little practice to always check back.
It is, yeah. So did you wait? So the game you made, was that with some other people, or was that just a solo project?
No, it was just me. It's just me working on it.
Oh.
I was just wanted to see what I could do.
Yeah,
by myself. And
yeah.
That's what I ended up with.
Good one.
If anyone wants to check it out,
surely. No, give it a plug. And actually send it to me after the stream, and I'll include it with the with the showcase games.
Yeah, we can put it all together.
Yeah. Surely we give it a showcase at some point today. That'd be cute.
No, I think other people want to have theirs on here. Yeah. I'm interested to see Clinton's one.
That's true. He's been working on that for a while.
Retrofit.
I'm excited to see it as well.
Yeah.
It looks really cute. So computer is, as usual, being very slow. So Darren, what's happened is I've hit the play button.
Yeah.
And currently we're at busy for 1 minute and 5 seconds. So,
yeah, no, I get that too on my laptop.
Yep. Yeah.
Too. The pain. Yeah.
Just the tiny little. It's the problem is like my laptop's just too small. Like I feel like I need a beefier computer, but I'm also poor. So.
Yeah. I'm also like a student, so
exactly.
Isn't that sad? Like students need the technology, but they're students at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm just too broke. Okay. So this is a good example of a classic bug. It's not even a bug really. It's one of those ones that don't show up in the editor because technically it's correct code, but it's a mistake in terms of the game's logic. So I wrote something to detect.
It's not what you intended.
Yeah. I wrote something to check for the tag injurable, but I wrote injuring in the code rather than injurable, so that's on me. But fingers crossed now, this should do what I want it to do. I think this is the most nerve-wracking part of, I don't know, I've never been so nervous. Well, I thought I'd be actually a bit more nervous than I am, but it's still pretty nerve-wracking, like coding live. You know, I'm like, am I doing something like stupid right now?
Yeah. And everyone's watching.
Exactly. Everyone's watching me go on like Stack Overflow and go like, what is an if statement to C#?
And then all of a sudden copy paste and
exactly.
No one saw that.
Alright guys, welcome to our game tutorial stream. So what you're going to want to do here is download this game called completegame.exe and you're going to want to run it. Thanks for watching.
And you're done.
And you're done, exactly. It's so easy. I don't know why people say game dev is hard. You know,
oh man.
Sometimes while I'm doing this stream, I wonder if we could do a game dev podcast, because I remember seeing online that Clinton, and Clinton was actually saying that they used to have a game dev guild podcast live and still streaming. So I don't know what's going on.
That is really weird.
I was wondering why we had zero viewers all of a sudden. Oh, now it says we're live? Okay.
Okay, yeah, it's back now.
Man. Hi, guys.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Sorry about that. I don't know how long we were offline for. I am just incredibly sorry that this keeps happening. Hopefully it wasn't for too long though, and I really do want to thank you guys for sticking around on top of all of this. Hope you guys are having a good day, despite what's going on.
Because we are definitely.
Yeah.
We're definitely having a good.
We are the biggest fools in the entire world. Darren and I were just here, just talking as if we had like a audience and stuff like that. We check back online, and it's like you are offline. Oh man.
No idea how long we were.
Dude, I sounded like a prick. I was like, for you guys at home who are watching along, shut up, Izzy. No one's listening. Okay.
It's fine. Yeah, we're live again, so
yes, we are.
We're good.
So, I don't know where you guys.
I just want to continuously refresh.
You got a good idea. You can keep an eye on this room. So if you, I don't know where we're up to in this room. I don't know where we dropped out, but we have currently created a cat that has an attack that can destroy everything in its path. So obviously, when we get to the finished version of the game, we want the cat to only be able to destroy stuff when it hits the attack button. But for now, we're just at this stage to check if it works, really. So I've just pressed the play button, and as usual, it's taking a while to do its thing. But once it does that, what it should do is just destroy enemies, but not destroy the spikes. Emphasis on should. I feel like it's dangerous for me to be saying this stuff while the game is loading up, because then I'll say this is what should happen, and then I load up and the cat goes like flying off the screen, and I'm like, okay. It's kind of a nice like benchmark to have, I guess.
Yeah.
How's the stream looking, Darren? Is it still online?
The stream is fine. Yeah, I can see the play loading button issue thing.
Okay. Oh.
It's taking its time, but we're live at least.
But it's still just buffering, or?
Yeah.
Ah man.
I might be a bit behind, so.
Can we hear audio at least? Actually, I might just get someone from chat to confirm that we can hear audio. If not, I'll assume we've messed up somewhere.
Yeah. Is the audio okay?
Let us know in the comments below. I'm wondering what I can do to make my computer work faster, because it is saying on my end that it is currently overloaded. I'll try closing a few programs on my end, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, but what we've done so far is I have now created a cat that can destroy teapots. And what we want to do next is for that to listen to the press of the spacebar, so that attack should only activate when the spacebar has been pressed. Okay.
Yeah. So I've seen some of your art. It's pretty good, and it's pretty like clean. That's what I like about your art. What made you get into art?
What made me get into art? It's it's kind of embarrassing, honestly, but genuinely, I used to watch a lot of anime when I was in high school. Like an embarrassing amount, and not even good anime either. I don't know if you remember like Hitalia. It was like this ancient relic from the 2010s. Terrible anime. I don't know. I remember the first time I really wanted to do art is I was like, I want to make fan art of these characters. I do have to say that like fan art was just like a really good incentive to get drawing, because you always have like something to draw, you know, you're like,
Mhm.
oh, I like this character, I'll give them a draw.
Yeah.
And then after a while you can just kind of draw your own stuff, which I kind of
Yeah.
like. But yeah, genuinely,
Yeah.
what got me into art was just I wanted to create art of my favorite anime characters, and now I am.
It's wholesome though, you know.
Kind of is, yeah. What about you?
Yeah. It's like, I was like really like into just like drawing people. I don't know why. It was just like it just came up, and I remember watching this one video and was like, how to draw people Disney style. I don't know why, but it just came up in my like YouTube recommended. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then at the time, I was also playing like League of Legends, and a lot of the like splash art for League of Legends like super like well done.
Oh yeah,
So-
for sure.
So it like really inspired me to like make some cool stuff. But
Yeah,
I think I'm still a long way.
yeah, for sure. I think actually continuing to expose yourself to art that inspires you is really important.
Yeah.
I actually remember a lot of my dad had a lot of Dungeons and Dragons books around, and a lot of the splash art they've done for Dungeons and Dragons is it's in a similar style to League of Legends. It's just this
Yeah.
kind of like high fantasy but like painterly kind of looking
Yeah.
art style.
It's very painfully, and
yeah.
it's amazing. I love
Yeah.
it.
Still can't do it
Great.
to this
I actually
day.
have some. Yeah.
No, it's
A
awesome.
long way to go
Yeah.
for me.
I sometimes wonder if I'm like, I feel like I kind of wanted to do that as a job, but at the same time, it's like I do hear that, like, you know, once you make a job out of it, you stop enjoying it. So
Yeah. It is a shame of having to do something for a job, huh? Yeah. You gotta have like a good balance, huh?
for sure.
So what are we seeing here?
I've just written a script that deactivates the cat's big ray of destruction, essentially. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to our input handler script that we wrote yesterday and start taking in the input for doing an attack. So you should be able to take that in, and you should translate that into the cat being able to destroy stuff.
Nice.
Just gonna get a check up on. Any ideas how the stream's looking? Are we going? Do you know?
Stream's looking good. We're still live.
Cool.
That's something.
I just I have like trust issues with the stream now. Honestly, it's like I feel like I look away for 2 seconds and it's like
Yeah, I'll let you know if anything goes bad.
awesome. Cool. So let's head back to game dev. So I was talking about axes yesterday. So we have horizontal and vertical axes. And I'm wondering how we want to do this one. So we can either do it through just checking for the space button press. But I'm all about learning new things. So I have a theory that if we look at the project settings and look at the axes that the game has access to, we might be able to use one of these axes to detect an attack button press. We'll have a look. If this, I think this is how you learn stuff. You think something might work, you have a go at it, and if it doesn't work, then you don't do
Yeah.
it.
Experimenting.
Yes. So let's have a look. I'm going to take a look at project settings. If you guys remember from yesterday's stream, I brought up the input manager, and you can see we have these 2 axes, horizontal and vertical. And the reason why we use these axes instead of just using maybe check for right arrow press, and then if right arrow press, then move right. The reason we use these axes is because they are cross-compatible with different types of controllers. So what this means is if I grabbed an Xbox controller right now and plugged it into my computer, I'd still be able to use that controller to control this cat, as well as using the WASD keys and the arrow keys. So it just makes things a lot easier for us, basically. So I'm going to have a look at these axes here, these inputs, and see which one has inputs that I like and that I want to line up with our cat's attack. What do you reckon a good button for attack is? Spacebar?
Spacebar's a good one, yeah. Spacebar's an all-rounder.
It's true. Spacebar. Although sometimes spacebars jump. So I mean, it's not in this game, so.
Yeah. You can always specify controls at the start.
Yeah, it's true. Let's see. Fire 3. Jump. Mouse X, mouse Y. Left shift. You could use left shift to attack, right?
You made a lot of progress, actually, you know, for the small time that we've had here.
Yeah. And the multiple disruptions we've had.
Yeah.
The problem
so
is
it goes to show you.
If I can listen, guys, if I can do this, you guys can do this as well. Honestly. Okay, I'm gonna use this Fire 3 axis because it works with the left shift button, and I think that that's probably a good button for attacking. So let's just do it. Let's see what happens. Float, attack. Equals input dot get axis Fire 3. Cool. And then
if anyone's unsure about what Izzy's doing here, feel free to ask any questions in chat or pop into the Zoom and ask questions there too. There are some execs there that are willing to answer your questions, or even about the club.
Yes.
Any questions?
We don't bite, most of us. So do jump into the Zoom. Okay, cool. And in this stream, I'm not really explaining everything I'm doing. I'm aware I'm just kind of doing whatever. But if you do, what I'm reserving more of an in-depth explanation for is for the tutorials that will be starting in week 3. So I'll post some information about that after these streams as well. But we have, if you want to learn art or coding, or just about Unity in general, we have tutorials for all 3 of those things coming up this semester. There'll be little Zoom workshops. So do join us for those.
Yeah, I was in the Zoom yesterday, and I think I had like 2 people come in that had like no experience in game development, but they're willing to learn.
Yeah.
And I told them about the tutorials, and they seem pretty cool about it. But will there be any other times of like tutorials besides week 3?
Yeah. So there will be one in week 3, week 4, and week 5, and we will record all of the tutorials. So if you can't make it to one of the nights, you can just watch the recording afterwards. We'll also provide some links to some. Honestly, there's quite a lot of. There are loads of really useful resources on YouTube. I think it's just a matter of finding the right ones, because there are a lot of like tutorials, but there are a few that I've found particularly useful that I'll find and I'll link to you guys as well. I don't know, have you ever heard of Game Maker's Toolkit, Darren?
I have, yeah, Game Maker's Toolkit. The channel, the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard of them.
Yeah, he's doing a. I don't know if you're following, but he's doing a series right now where because he does a lot of like analysis of video games, but he's doing a really interesting
Yeah.
series right now where he has a go at making a game himself. And
Um,
um, have you given it a watch?
I remember like seeing like a YouTube recommended video, and it
Mm.
was I don't know if it's the same guy, and it was something like how I learned Unity without doing watching tutorials or something.
Yeah, no, that
Is
sounds
that the
like it.
same one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay, yeah.
Because he kind of
I think
goes
I
into
gave that little one.
he goes into this whole thing of like you can watch a tutorial and type in all the things the tutorial tells you to type in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, after you've played around with Unity a little bit, you need to just dive in head first and have a go at
Yeah.
just making stuff without following any
Yeah.
tutorials. See what you can do.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like the tutorials give you the tools to go and make your own thing. So
Yeah.
you use the tools to learn yourself, you know.
One thing that he does that I also really recommend if you just want to build up your skills in game development is plagiarizing a game. And I mean that in like the nicest, like the most legal possible way, and that you don't distribute it or anything. I think a problem I run into when I develop games a lot, it's like trying to figure out exactly what kind of game I should make, how's it going to be fun. If you just decide that you're going to like recreate a game, that purely kind of like, but what that does is that purely trains your skills up, and you don't need to worry about what kind of game you're going to make.
Yeah.
So a pretty popular one to plagiarize are things like Flappy Bird. A lot of those like simple mobile games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good way to like start because it's kind of like tracing, you know, as an art, you know, as an artist, it's kind of like tracing over something.
Yeah.
You kind of get the like feel of something,
Sure.
but then you can go off and make your own. There is always that issue where, like when you're starting, you want to make something like cool and original, but sometimes it's sometimes like hard to think of something cool and original unless you already have that idea.
Yeah.
But then you also need the know-how to actually do it as well.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. So that just takes a lot of all of that kind of initial stress off you.
Yeah, exactly.
As you get straight into it. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I've just taken that input handler that I've set up, and I'm going to detect for a press of our attack key, and when we do that, we're going to turn on our attack area. So attack is greater than 0.1. And we're going to set this to true. But I think it's really, I get really excited when people who have never done game development join the club. I don't know. I think for me it's always it's super rewarding because they always start off. You always start off like I've never done anything in game development, and by the end of the year they're creating all this awesome stuff. So I'm really stoked to hear that we're gonna have some new faces around this year.
Yeah, exactly. And there's also that feeling of like there are other people like you, you know. Other people also don't have an experience, and you can learn together.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
Star Dragon has said in chat, inspiration as well as there are many examples online to which you can base your game upon.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And so like also what that means is like, if you have an idea of kind of what you want your game to be like, you can plagiarize a similar game. And then once you've worked your way up to it, what we help you, and what's something you guys will be seeing and hearing from me by the end of the year, is what we'll help you do at the Game Developer Guild is we will help you scope your game. So I think one of the biggest killers of games is scope creep. That happens too early, so you try to do too much in one go, and you get overwhelmed and you can't finish it, and the game just ends up a big mess. So you need to keep your game small and really well defined. Otherwise you just end up with too much to do. Small games are finished games, in short.
Yeah, I mean there are some games out there that are like really small but still do really well.
For sure. In fact,
like
I'd
some
argue...
there are games out there that aren't just big open world games. Go ahead.
Absolutely, and I'd argue that in this day and age, with like people's, I don't know, concentration being what it is, I feel like if anything, some of the simple games are doing really well recently. I think mobile gaming is a really big field right now, because it opens up gaming to not just people who are into video games, but it opens your audience up to a whole world of like kind of just casual gamers as well, people who aren't really into video games, but they'll play like a simple game on their phone if they download it.
I think the mobile industry is like really like kicking off in the with games.
Absolutely, yeah. That being said, you can do complex games for mobile. I think the main limitation there is that phones are quite small, and the more complex your game is, the less small it gets. I mean, I know they made Genshin Impact for mobile, but I don't know. I remember trying it out on my phone, and it absolutely just destroyed my phone's battery. Like I was melted
playing, the phone.
Yeah, I was playing it at like 2 frames per second. Was not having it. But props to them. They have done well, so I guess maybe my phone's just old.
Yeah.
I need a new phone and a new PC. What am I gonna do?
Yeah. Man, technology, huh?
Yeah.
Technology.
Be like that. Okay, so what we're going to do now is one last thing here. I'm just going to grab the input handler from the parent. And then we should...
You know what, Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No,
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's it. I'm done talking.
I was just gonna say, a really cool, a cool game that has inspiration from card games that I played recently is Inscription.
Inscription.
I don't know if you've played Inscription before.
Heard of it. Let me give it a search.
But
tell me about it.
Inscription. It's like a it's like a card game. As card games go, you attack the other player, blah blah blah. But it also mixes in puzzle aspects with the card game, sort of. And you can also kind of get up from the board and just look around, and there are puzzles on the wall and stuff.
Oh,
it's also mixed in with a story as well.
Yeah. This looks sick as hell. Oh my god.
It is.
Oh my goodness.
I would definitely recommend to anyone out there.
Is this a mobile game or a PC game?
That was a PC game. I don't know if it's on mobile.
Yeah, I was gonna say this. I'd be surprised if this was on mobile. I think this would destroy my phone.
Yeah.
Oh,
but no, it's
so
really, it's almost a really great game. Yeah.
I'm writing this down. I'm gonna add this to my Steam wishlist. The problem is my Steam wishlist is so long at this point.
Yeah, we're just waiting on those summer sales.
Yeah. Honestly, I missed out on. I don't know what happened last summer, but I missed out on the sale, and I'm so gutted. I don't know why I'm
Oh,
gutted
no.
because I still have like games that I haven't played that I need to play. But
Yeah, it's kind of like a backlog of games.
yeah, for sure. Okay, so I've accidentally pressed the play button before getting ready. But what we'll do is just for fun, we'll see if my character does what I expect it to do. And the answer is no, it does not. I'm not surprised by this because I didn't finish doing what I needed to do. But okay. So I'm pressing left shift right now, and it is not attacking. So that's all good. We'll just figure out what's going on. It's not. It's very sad. Sad days. Just load up the attack file again. You have any plans for another game project, or you taking?
I have plans. I've written some like notes down of like games I want to make, but it's just having to find time, especially being like a uni student.
Yeah, and
yeah,
just getting, yeah, with the semester starting up all over again. It's like, you know, when can I do this?
Yeah, but the GDG jams, I'm willing for those. You know,
true.
Yeah, at least you get to work with other people.
I think that's what I like about them, just because I feel like I'm held accountable, kind of. Like when I'm like working on a thing with other people, I'm like, okay, other people are gonna see me do this work. I should probably do something.
Yeah.
It's probably a bad way to think about it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the way I think about it. So.
It's that social pressure.
Yeah. I'm not saying peer pressure is good. But I am saying that sometimes maybe a little bit of friendly pressure.
Friendly pressure.
I feel like I say a lot of questionable things on these streams. One of my friends was watching yesterday, and he took a screenshot and wrote down one of my quotes, and the quote was, "We don't condone violence, but we want this cat to get injured." And it's like, out of context, this is like the kind of like career ruining stuff.
Yeah, that sounds really bad.
Exactly, it's gonna like re-emerge in like 10 years time. It's gonna be like, Isabel Johns has been cancelled.
Oh no, I can explain. I was making a game. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
The poor cat.
It's okay, I gave him the power to destroy things in his path. I think that that counts as something.
It's redeeming. You want the cat to be injured, but you give him 2 powers.
Trigger. Let's try it.
You know what sucks? I love like cats and dogs and animals, right? But I'm unfortunately like allergic to cats and dogs.
Same.
It sucks.
And I have a cat at home. It's really depressing because I just wake up and like chug my antihistamines and hope for the best. I just like them too much. They're too cute.
They are.
Have you always been allergic, or did you find out recently?
No, I'm pretty sure I've always been allergic, but I've never been around that many cats and dogs, even though I love them. But that just never happens often. That, you know, I'm around them long enough.
When did you find out? Was it just like you were like you go to a friend's place and you have allergic?
Yeah, I don't know. I was like a kid or something, and I just started like getting like really itchy. Like, oh god, this is not feeling good.
Yeah. No.
If that's what cats do to me.
Yeah. We can't have it. I don't know. I think fortunately for me, I don't really get itchy, but like I get like a super stuffy nose, and like I get really sneezy.
Oh yeah.
But I put up with it for my cat.
Yeah, like,
she's so spoiled, honestly. Like, I'll just be like crying and sneezing, but she'll be on my lap, so I'm like, I can't move. I can't. She's comfortable. I have to stay here.
Yeah, that's cute.
I want to say this, like, with the disclaimer of, like, this is, like, the least furry way possible. Like, in the least furry way possible. I wish I was a cat, like, a lot of the time. You know? Because I
Yeah.
feel like all they do...
Yeah.
Well, okay, specifically a cat that's owned by, like, a loving family in a... maybe, like, in a middle to upper class economic position. But all they do is they just eat and then they sleep for like 22 hours straight. The worst thing that happens to you is like someone steps on your paw by accident and then they like give you treats to make up for it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a cat's life, yeah.
Yeah.
Sleep, eat, and get treat.
The Holy Trinity. she sleeps, she eat, but most importantly, she get treat.
The best life anyone can ask for.
It's true. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in. I have a theory that this thing that I'm trying to do, you know, the thing that I was like, this will probably work, and this is how you learn, and let's see if it works. I have a sneaking suspicion that it doesn't work the way I think it would, and I probably should have just looked at the documentation. But what I'll do is I'll put a debug statement in and just say, debug log will say, I'm not a furry, and this should print if we are doing what I expected. Fingers crossed.
We're still live. Okay, we're still live. I was making sure. I had a weird
trust issues.
Issue there.
Is the video still buffering?
We're good. Or... No, we're on script now. We're on.
Yeah, baby. Okay, we're good. Okay, I'm gonna give this a load, and if this works out, I reckon we'll take a break and showcase it again, because I am itching to have a look at what Clinton's made.
Yeah. How many games have we showcased so far, like, over the expos?
I think we showcased around 3 each stream, the last 2 streams, so we've showcased about 6. 7 including Jose's one today.
Chunk.
Yeah.
It's a good chunk of games.
We have a really good... I think, I don't know, for some reason I was like, I'm worried we're not going to have enough games to showcase, but I don't know, GDG peeps have done pretty well, honestly. We have a really good chunk of stuff to showcase.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dare I say it, I am proud of the people in this club. I think they've done pretty well.
Oh yeah. And to the coming, members of the club, we encourage you to also make more games so we can showcase them.
We're waiting for the game to, my game to into play mode again. It wasn't this bad yesterday. It's insane. I don't know why it's doing it this time around.
No idea.
Okay, so...
It's the cat's immense power.
It's true. He's too dangerous. He cannot be kept alive. Okay, so... I'm discovering now that potentially the button that I thought would do a thing is not doing a thing. So... I'm gonna stop trying to be smart, I think, because I thought I was doing something very smart, and then it didn't actually end up that smart, so I'm just gonna do it the stupid way that I was originally gonna do it.
Anything goes.
It's true. As long as it works.
Yeah, as long as it's working. I mean, have you seen Bethesda?
Right? Right, I was, have you heard of the game Celeste?
Celeste. Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
that little like pixel art one, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. That
This
looks
is,
super hard.
it is pretty hard. I've played through like about a quarter of it, and I just haven't gone back to it because I'm bad at it. But a little tidbit of a little fun fact that I was interested to learn was that the game's code is done in such a way that most of the logic in the game is programmed in a single 5,000 line file called player.cs.
What?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Right? And like this game
Imagine
is,
having to debug that.
I know, I'm surprised they've gone as far as they have with it, because I would lose my mind trying to do anything in a game like that.
Oh my god.
And this isn't even a small game. Like, this game's made it onto like the Nintendo Switch and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
I guess it just goes to show that, like, at the end of the day, I mean, I think making code nice is important for, you know, yourself and for scalability and for making it readable by other people, but genuinely, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
as long as it works, it's all go.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm having some issues with Twitch right now.
Oh dear.
I am. I don't know if anyone else is.
Mm.
Oh, I think I'm back. Let me just go back and have a look. Oh, we're live. We're still live. We're good.
Okay.
It's just me, probably.
Cool. Fingers crossed. OBS Studio does scream at me like every 5 minutes saying like, please stop streaming, you're doing too much. But I keep just being like, shh, and then continuing to stream. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I am replacing, because okay, I thought I could grab a axis from the project and just be like, when I detect movement in this axis, I'm going to turn the attack on, but it was too smart for me and it didn't work, so now I'm just going to do a simple detection of the spacebar being pressed. So I'm just writing here, if input dot get key down, or input dot get key down, and then the key that we want to detect for is the spacebar. So I'm going to do key code dot space.
I wanna ask chat some questions if there are any people still there.
Go ahead.
Chat, what made you guys want to get into game development? I'm assuming that you want to, since you came here, I guess.
Shortly.
Yeah, I'm sure like people will have like some differing reasons.
Yeah.
Like, some people will be like, I just want to make cool looking games, or I don't know.
No, it would be cool to hear from other people, because I feel like
Yeah.
you and I are pretty similar in terms of like why we want to get into games, and that's obviously not representative of. I know, because we both come from pretty arts focused approaches to games.
That is true. Yeah, I like to hear from other people what they think.
What I would really like to see, what would be really cool to see in the future in the club is a lot more people who are into sound design. I think the main problem that's hard to... It's hard because when you hear Game Developer Guild, the first thing you think is not like, oh, they're looking for people who can do music, you know? I think when you think Game Developer Guild, you really think game art and coding. So it is hard to attract that group of people.
When I first like wanted to join the guild like ages ago, I just thought it was mainly like the coding part of it. Sometimes I forget that there's more than just coding to a game.
Yeah, true, right? I think.
But no, it would be nice to see more people.
For sure.
Like a diverse amount of people.
Coding can definitely take you there in terms.
Sorry.
in terms of the mechanics and just like the actual playability of the game. But I mean, let's be honest, like I can't think of a single game that would be half as successful without its music and its visual design. I think those are what make the game the game, really.
Yeah. It's exactly what we were talking about before. You know, it's a union of all these things, and that's actually a good segue to our mascots.
Yeah, you want to introduce them while I'll get this code written up, and you have
we have some mascots. You'll see them around. We got Roy, Jean, and Biv. I'm sure you can guess like red, green, and blue colors. You'll see them around. They'll be like dotted all over the place on our social medias as well. Yeah, they're pretty neat. They're new, but they're ready to represent us. Star Dragon. Go ahead. You go first.
Oh no, I am interested to see what Star Dragon wants to say.
Okay, Star Dragon has said, "For me, it's really to bring the imagination to life and to have people enjoy playing them."
That's awesome. I honestly,
yeah,
I think it's really nice to have that kind of I mean that is part of the joy of games. I feel like when you see someone else play something that you've made or use something that you've made and they enjoy it, it's incredibly rewarding. It's like, hey, I did that.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah. And they're enjoying it, and you feel pretty good about it. It's kind of like cooking, huh? It's like when you cook something for someone, they're enjoying it.
I think
or just making anything, really.
Yeah. I actually do love cooking. I think that's why I like cooking so much. I don't know, but you've totally hit the nail on the head there, because I don't really enjoy cooking as much when it's just for myself. But it's like, okay, if I'm making a big meal for like an entire flat and they're all going to enjoy it, there's something fun about that, I think.
Yeah, you like to see people happy and that you made them, enjoy the time that they had.
Exactly.
Thank you, Star Dragon. That's really wholesome.
Thank you, Star. And I will say, Star Dragon is the dev of the combat platformer game that we played yesterday, and have you had a go at combat platformer? Haven't you, Darren? It's the
yeah. I've had a go. I'm actually working with them.
You worked on it, didn't you? Yeah.
For it, yeah.
No, that's true. I forgot about that. No, that's awesome. Star Dragon, that's awesome. Like, I genuinely had so much fun. So much fun yesterday playing it with Kim Song. So I know it's still in pre-alpha, but it's already at a stage where it's bringing joy to people. So I think you're onto something really awesome there.
Yeah, it's a good like foundation level, base MVP sort of thing. You got the main part of it down,
Sure.
And it's pretty good and it's fun.
Yeah, and major props for getting multiplayer going, because I think that's
oh yeah.
So that's awesome.
Definitely, yeah.
Unity is loading again. Yet again.
So.
Right. Let's give this a play.
I had someone come into the Zoom yesterday, and we just kind of just had a chat. We didn't really, talk about much. We were just having a talk, and he seems pretty. I think a lot of people who just joined the Zoom were pretty interested. But there was someone who joined and was similar to my situation, right? Where they're mainly interested in the art, right? They're mainly interested in the art, and they want to make a game, but they just don't know where to go, where to start.
Right.
And it's very similar to my situation where, I like making games and I want to make games, but I just didn't know where to start. And joining the GDG really helped me to learn how to make games, and also just to motivate me to look up how to make games and stuff,
Yeah.
and like all the aspects of it too.
No, absolutely.
So
I totally agree with that.
yeah.
I think if you want to learn how to make games, joining GDG is probably, one of the best first steps you could take. Not to, I may be somewhat biased, obviously, but in my opinion, I don't think I could have, the trajectory with which I learned was definitely not what I expected. But I feel like I didn't expect the way I learned to be like this. But I don't know, over the course of the year I feel like I made a lot of progress, and I just think being around other people who are inspired to make games and watching them make games is more useful than you'd expect.
Yeah, exactly. It's what I enjoyed about being in person as well was that you actually got to like meet people and make friends in person.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it's a lot easier that way rather than online.
Yeah.
But you got to meet people and make new friends in the club, the guild.
No, it's very cool. I will try my best to replicate that on Zoom, but I don't know. I feel like everyone knows that like online stuff never really works out as well as in-person stuff. Oh well.
Yeah.
We try our best.
Yeah.
So I figured out what I'm doing.
Well, hopefully, what's up?
This game. I've done a bit of a dum-dum. So I've been turning on and off this area of damage by basically setting a part as active or inactive, and then the problem is I'm detecting for a spacebar press, but because the part is inactive, none of its scripts are running, so it can't detect the press of the spacebar. So I've played myself a little bit, but I know what I need to do to fix this, and I think that's the perfect moment to take a little break to do a little bit of a showcase. I think I need.
Nice segue there.
Yes. I will be honest. I think I made a little bit of the demo version of this game last weekend to just check that I had the skills to do this, and I didn't quite make up to this bit. The game has diverged from what I thought it would be, so now we're making something completely different. So you're looking at the raw Isabel here. I'm completely off script. This is real coding here, baby. Okay. Let's take a look at what games we have. I reckon we can showcase Retrofit now, because I'm really excited to take a look at that, honestly. Should be able to. I think you guys will still be half a minute or so behind me.
Right, yeah.
It should be good. I'm going to give this a play now.
There we go. I think we're good now.
As a city kid, farms are alien to me, but perhaps I can help in some small way. Alright. The year is 2300 and something. What do farms in cities look like?
I really like that moon.
Yeah, it's cute.
It's great.
Oh, the stuff he's done with depth here is awesome. Oh my god, the art is so cool for this game.
It is, isn't it?
Soil case is great for any temp-sensitive item. Suitcase, thermal, and garden in one. Fit everything into the green border, then submit. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, so you... You try to fit everything into a box in time. I think I can do this. Okay. Have I won? Have I done it? Yes.
This looks really nice, actually.
Yeah, right? The cutscenes are really awesome too.
Yeah. Oh damn. Oh, this makes me think of that that one puzzle. It's like a cheese or something. Can't remember what it's called.
Cheese.
Yeah, it's like you have to fit like all the pieces into a square.
Yeah. It does sound similar to this. Oh my god, I'm doing poorly at this game. I am not a retrofitter. All I can think is how long it must have taken to do all this art.
Yeah, no, the art's really great. It looks beautiful.
Yeah. I love the I just I don't know. I've always loved this like pixel arty vibe. Okay. I'm restarting the level. I'm not I can't live like this. Anyway. Oh, what does camera do? Ooh, okay. Oh wait, okay, this is actually really cool because each previous level knocks on, like you might, if you don't organize the previous level well, sometimes you can knock on and you don't have enough space for some of your stuff in the next level. Okay, so I'm going back and I'm going to redo this.
Such a cool idea.
It is, right? So I feel like I'm not super creative when it comes to games. Like I feel like I'm just like, imagine a side scroller. No one's ever done this before. And I go,
imagine.
In a world.
This game looks kind of hard though.
Yeah, Clinton, I've failed you. I feel, you know what I feel like? You know those like crappy mobile ads where there's like someone playing the mobile game really poorly and there's like text being like, I can't beat this level. I feel like that person. I know what it feels like now. I can't beat this
level.
level.
But now after that you have to pay like $10.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, oh, I can do it now.
Incredible. Okay. This game is actually, if you guys want to have a go at this yourself, this game is available on Clinton's itch.io, and we'll drop the link in the Discord for you to have a go at the end of the session today. Okay, I think I've got it. I think I've got it.
Hey.
Big maybe. We'll see. Okay, I'll put you here. You here. You here. You here.
It's truly a puzzle game.
Right? What if I press submit?
I think what will be a good touch.
It'll be a what?
I think what would be a good touch is that maybe like a more defined outline
Yeah.
of the objects, maybe.
Yeah, that's good feedback, because I feel like sometimes I feel like I put it in a place where it seems like it should be able to fit, and then it's still showing up as red.
Yeah.
Man, I physically
Nice.
don't know how I'm going to fit this in.
Is there a countdown? Oh no, it's a count up.
There's a count up.
There's a countdown.
There's no pressure. The only pressure is how disappointed you get in yourself the further the time goes on.
Yeah.
I don't think I can beat this level.
Oh. Wait, did you get an extra item?
I just pulled this out of the bottom. I don't know if it's supposed to be. What if I just press submit now? Like, do I have to? Okay, I'm just gonna put these berries in and press submit and see what happens. No. Okay. Alright. Clinton, is it possible to beat this level? I feel like I've packed this to the. I feel like I've packed this to the brim. Maybe
I bamboozled you.
Yeah. Maybe my IQ is too low. This is maybe. What if this is like the actual like exec test? It's like if she can beat this, then she can be an exec with AMD Guild.
It's the trial, yeah. Are you able to like put the objects past the green thing? Like, is it able to clip past the green thing?
No.
The green like box.
No, it has to be within the green box. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, where do I fit this hat even? Unless I'm not supposed to have
Is
this
this possible? Clinton's put like some secret button somewhere that you depress and it makes it bigger.
Yeah, I'll put this there for now. See if I can move this. This is a big ass coin, that's what I'm saying. Oh wait,
little one.
there's a help button. Oh.
Yo! No. No.
Alright, well I'm just gonna leave this here.
Is it a big coin or is it?
It
like
is a
plate?
big coin. It's a massive coin.
Yeah, the art's really good. I like the
so
art.
cute.
I'm really. Yeah.
I'm so stoked about that. It's done so well.
Yeah.
All I'm thinking, again, I've already mentioned this, but it must have taken ages to do all of these assets. And knowing Clinton, he definitely like one-man banded this on his own. Unless he didn't. And Clinton confirmed.
Apparently it is possible.
Clearly.
Apparently it is possible. Don't use the hat.
Don't use the hat.
Yeah.
How can I not use the hat? Oh. Wait, oh, the green hat. Okay, I'll leave the green hat out of the way. I'm gonna put... Oh, wait. If I put this here... and then...
Oh.
And this goes like here. I've made myself a lot more space here. So, and I can put this... Move this over here. Yes! Yeah, baby! It only took me 450 seconds. Oh gosh.
Wonderful.
This is so fun. Clinton, you've done such an awesome job on this. I am having the time of my life. Darren, after the stream, I highly recommend you give this a go.
Yeah. It looks like real fun.
So much fun. Alright, I reckon I'll play one more level and I will call it.
She's hooked already.
But I am, I'm like, I kind of want to finish the game now, you know? Okay.
What do we win?
How
The
hard?
big coin. Oh.
How hard could this level be? You know, last one only took me some time.
Oh, the cutscene. Oh. Oh, that's so cool.
So cute, right?
Yeah. I'm liking the cutscene now.
Wait,
Oh, that's
I've done
so
it?
cool.
30 seconds, baby. What's good?
There's gotta be an esports for this game now.
Right?
Speedrun.
Speedrun it. Are those Minecraft sound effects? Okay, I know I said... I know I said I'll play one more level, but I think I'll play a little bit more.
This is like the best showcase for.
Yeah.
Like this is the longest. This is the most screen time.
Oh my god. Dude, I've messed this up. I can't fit this anywhere. My name's Isabel. I'm so good at this game.
This. Oh damn.
Okay.
Like the little alien creatures.
Yeah.
Super cute.
I think I'm gonna call it there for this game, unfortunately. I could not beat the level, unfortunately. Play on his itch.io, which we'll share once we've finished the stream today. Let's get my music back up. 12 hours of DMCA free and copyright free music for Twitch streamers.
The best kind of music.
Yes. Yeah, baby. Okay. And we have music going again. And we're going back to development. Okay. I hope you guys are going well. I hope you guys enjoyed that demo of Retrofit. Clinton is a bit of a legend. Debug.log. I'm not a furry. Why have I done this to myself? Okay. So, where we left off is Darren and I had discovered that I was disabling the component that I was trying to make run scripts, but obviously if it's disabled, it can't run scripts. So I'm going to change that. So what I'm going to look for is...
Hello, welcome to all the new people who have just joined the stream.
Yes. Welcome. We have had a bit of trouble with the a few technical issues with getting the stream going, but it seems to be all right now. So fingers crossed, we've got smooth sailing until 2 p.m. today. Should be good. And if you missed the presentation at the start of the stream will be recorded. The stream's being recorded, and we'll chuck it up for you to see later today if you want to find out more about the Game Dev Guild. Oh, all right.
Awesome.
I play Box Collider 2D, and I'm going to call it Tap Trigger. So I think I'm going to get, once I get this done, I'm going to move on to some more interesting things like particle effects and animations. So this game isn't going to be super complete, but I think it's a fun demo of what you can do with Unity, hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't know how Kim Song came up with it, but I do like the concept of a game where you knock stuff off shelves. I think that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Let's see what I can do with that.
It's pretty genius.
Yes. Have you had any classes yet, Darren?
I had 2 classes yesterday actually, but not today. I don't have any today.
Wait, well, you managed to attend them in between Zoom, or?
Yeah, it was after the stream anyway. So.
Ah, sick.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that was good. They're fine. It was just like the casual intro stuff, you know.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
None of the first lectures ever really do anything. It's always just like, welcome.
Yeah.
Make sure you're in the right class. That's about it.
Yeah. That's the issue with like. Actually, I feel like going online. I haven't had to stress about where classes are.
Yeah, that's true.
You just gotta click on a link.
Yeah. I feel like I got lost so much when we were in person. Although I was saying to Kim, I do miss, like, you know, in between lectures, just heading into Munchie Mart and grabbing like a snack and some soda, and then rocking up to my next class, holding up my, like, you know, holding my little soda snack that I've gotten.
Yeah. Oh.
Certain charm about that. I do miss Munchie Mart.
And I miss Munchie Mart.
So right.
Yeah.
This is the biggest.
Yeah.
This is the biggest loss in the history of University of Auckland. Honestly.
Yeah, it's sad. I hope that we go back though. You know,
Yeah.
that we can all go back to being in person.
Yeah. I will say that it's probably been better for my wallet, the fact that I can't go to Munchie Mart. But it's not been
True.
good for my well-being.
I don't get to eat any more pies.
Exactly. What's the point?
Dang it.
I've been talking to some first years recently, and I think I feel like I'm supposed to be like promoting like all the other cool stuff they have at the University of Auckland, but like I've told them like, man, the coolest thing that they have that you won't be able to experience is going and getting Munchie Mart. And I'm sorry to tell you guys this.
Yeah. I feel bad for all those people who started during the pandemic.
Yeah.
You
started
in
2019 or
2018. I started back in 2018.
2018. Damn.
Yeah.
In the before times.
Yeah, a long time. The before times, yeah. I did a year of engineering, and then I decided it's not for me. So.
Honestly, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I honestly still don't know if engineering's for me, but I'm still here. So you've gone into computer science now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing comp sci.
Okay.
It's pretty fun. I mean, to be fair, if I was to do engineering, I would have just gone into like software. So.
I think the thing is,
But,
the thing is, genuinely, the job prospects between software engineers and comp sci is pretty similar, but comp sci you only have 3 years, so it's like.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's what a lot of people just do. They just don't get software; they just go into comp sci.
I don't know. I think the one benefit you do get being in software is all of those software society events.
Yeah.
I jumped in with one of my boyfriends because my boyfriend does software, and one of his events, they just casually had like this fully catered like they booked out this entire restaurant on the viaduct. Everyone got like free drinks. It was like it's just the sponsorships they get, and I think that's what gets people more excited. That's what gives software its reputation over outside. But at the end of the day, it's the same thing, really.
Yeah. So I'm enjoying it. I did comp sci and psychology because I thought like comp sci. I really I want a little bit more than comp sci, so I decided to do something else as well.
Yeah. Oh, wait, so you're doing comp sci and something else?
And psychology, yeah. Oh. Just a double major, just to make things more interesting.
That's so cool. That's awesome. Man. So, that makes your degree 4 years?
About 4, yeah.
4, yeah. That's really cool. People genuinely, I think it just makes your degree a lot more interesting to do a double. I used to do a conjoint, but I dropped it just because I got sick of the thing I was conjointing with.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you had to like really enjoy like what you're studying to like really like learn it sometimes.
Yeah, sure.
I guess that's why if you join the guild and you have a good passion for developing games, we're here to support you and help you learn.
It's true.
That was a smooth transition, wasn't it?
You're very good with the smooth transitions today.
Yeah.
So, I thought I knew what was working, but I didn't, so let's try this now. Progress, I do apologize, fellas. Progress is going a lot slower today than it was yesterday.
It's fine. Any progress is progress.
Any progress is progress. That's what we like to hear. This should do it. My computer's going so slowly, but I don't know. I feel like I need to get a fan or something like that. I don't know if you're warm, but like I've been so warm the last few days. feel like summer's sort
It's been hot lately.
It is, right?
Yeah, I thought it was getting colder like recently. I thought it was getting colder, but then all of a sudden it's just like hot again.
Yeah. So I like autumn. Like when is autumn coming, huh?
I know, right?
I like it because it's not. I think winter can get too cold and depressing sometimes, and I get allergies in spring, and I don't like how warm summer is. So I'm just hanging out for autumn, really. Okay, so I think this is doing what I want it to do now. Cool. Okay. That sound I just made is a sound I made because it is working. Cool. We are good.
Awesome.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Press the spacebar. You can attack things. I think it's not quite working as I expect, so I'm just gonna play the game one more time and see why it's doing that. But we have a very, very basic game going on here. We have some spikes. We have an enemy that can injure you. We have the ability to destroy said enemy, and we have a way to win, and we have a way to die.
Exactly.
And that's what you need.
Alright, pack and sell.
Exactly. This will be on Steam in the next 2 hours. $29.99. Alright, with a 10% discount for GDG members. Okay, so have a look at what's actually going on here. This is what I really like about Unity. You can actually take a look at all the visually take a look at all the different elements you have going on here while you play.
Yeah, what's great about Unity is like it's like a very like user-friendly like interface they have. Like it's pretty easy to navigate around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unity. And it's like it's very versatile too as a developing ground.
It just takes a lot of the stress off yourself, I feel like. I was telling Kim the other day that I feel like a lot of, like, before I started developing games, I think my biggest concern was like, oh my god, there's so much I have to do. Like, I have to figure out how to implement physics in my game. I have to figure out how I'm gonna like make my character move around. And then Unity's just like, nah fam, we got you. We already did this. Just use our stuff.
Yeah. That's what's great about Unity. They just have all those like tools that you can just use.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
We're not trying to like deter you away from like making your own engine or something like that. You know, from the talk last year.
Yes, yeah, grinding gear games.
With grinding gear games, yeah. Like, feel free to do that if you have the passion and knowledge to go ahead and do that. I mean, it's really awesome to see that too.
For sure. Yeah, I think I will say that I think that making a game engine might be one of the hardest like software projects you can take on for yourself. But if you're up for the challenge, absolutely give it a go. So
let's get some chat interaction. What games have you been playing? I don't know. What's some good games out there?
I do remember, Darren, you mentioning you've been playing Divinity Original Sin recently.
Oh yeah, I have played it. Yeah, I have played it a while ago. It's pretty good actually.
Because I just started it a few days ago actually, and
oh yeah,
it's very impressive with how much stuff there is to do. It reminds me a lot of Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's
yeah, there's like a lot you can. It's like they don't like hold your hand too much as well. They kind of like
no, it is quite nice.
let you do your own thing. Yeah.
I enjoyed like I mean, I might just be like a hoe for like The Sims and stuff like that, but I spent so long as a character creator. I really liked it.
Yeah. I think this actually like visually like really good looking for a game that came out a little bit ago.
Right? Yeah. Wait, so is it? It's not. When did it come out? Do you know?
I think it came out in like 2016. Hold on.
It's very crisp.
2017. 2017.
Yeah. No, it's still like incredibly. Like I could have been convinced that it came out this year, honestly.
Yeah, like it's really good looking.
Yeah.
And the effects are the effects are great.
Yeah.
Like all the spells and stuff.
I think that's one thing I have no idea how to do because I feel like I do a lot of like art of like things and characters and stuff, but I've never had a go at like doing effects properly.
Yeah.
I was really impressed by like Jose's bullet effects that he had in that first game that we showcased. He had these like little swirly sparks of like fireballs and stuff coming out. That was awesome.
Yeah. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was another thing with Divinity is that you can like create your own like maps, I think.
Oh,
there's like a creator in it, yeah.
Oh, that is cool.
I think I have a friend who got it recently, who actually got Divinity recently just to use that.
Make the maps.
Yeah. I mean, he really enjoys it, so.
Yeah. I mean, honestly,
it's pretty neat that some games have that.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, honestly, I could see it. I could see people using it purely as like a tool for creating like maps for D&D and stuff. You know. Like, I think they can market it as just that, but they went out and created a whole game anyway, so they didn't have to, but they did.
Yeah. It's a really good tool, huh? Yeah.
I ended up going with one of those big lizard people. They're quite fun.
Oh, yeah. They're pretty cool, yeah. They look really cool, too.
They look so cool. I genuinely just chose it because they look cool. I'm not, when I play games, I'm not very good at, like, choosing things based on like actual stats and like I don't know that. For me, it's just like, damn, this looks cool. I'm gonna do this now.
Same. If it looks cool, do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man.
This is still not quite working as I expected. So I'm gonna do what's called a sneaky Google search. Tools of the trade. Okay, so basically my problem is that basically if my cat isn't moving, his attack doesn't do anything, which shouldn't be like that. He should be able to stay still and press attack and still attack the thing. So we'll do another little debugging session of this.
Yeah.
What I also like about Unity is it's so well documented that if you have a problem, it's pretty likely someone else has also had that problem.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's a very popular thing, so everyone's like, piling in and helping each other out. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Ah, this is smart. Okay, so you create a boolean that gets set when the enemy enters the player's attack field and gets set to false when they leave it. And if that boolean is true, then you're allowed to damage it. Okay, I can do that.
Neat. I think it's. Oh, sorry, my bad.
No worries. Have you got any classes today? I think I'm missing a class as we speak, actually, now that I think about it. But do you have any classes today?
No, I don't have any classes today. I think today would just be like a tutorial.
Sweet.
So, but there's no tutorials in the first week, so.
Yeah. Nice. I do love to see it.
Yeah. Some free days.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this will be my last year as well. What about you?
Yeah. This will hopefully be my last year, provided I don't fail anything.
If everything goes well.
Yes, it should be my last year. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what you're gonna do after uni?
Not really. I kind of just like open to a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like within my like degree, I guess. But open to a lot of stuff.
Yeah, fair enough.
What about you?
Probably gonna go into software. I did an internship this summer that I really enjoyed. And fingers crossed I get an offer for a grad role for that.
That'd be cool, yeah.
That would be neat. It's just nice to have. I feel like my life is so uncertain, so it'd be nice to be certain about some things. That's partially on me because I'm a very indecisive person.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I wonder how everyone else is doing. How's everyone going? Have they got class?
Yeah.
How's their day going?
What's the?
Are they just?
What's the year range of our audience? Are you guys like first years, or are you guys post grad?
Oh yeah.
You guys. Well, you guys international because Kim also pointed out yesterday we had a few international viewers. Good to hear you guys. This is where I forget how to use basic coding syntax. I don't actually remember how C# works, so I think.
I was talking to some guy yesterday on the Zoom. He said, I think he was like 4th year engineering or something.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, there's a wide array of people. And I think I heard someone say they were like 1st year as well. So
yeah,
it's like a broad spectrum there.
You do have a range. Yeah,
but we're welcome to all.
Definitely. I think I think a lot of our members aren't even doing degrees in like coding or tech or anything like that. People are just doing stuff that they enjoy.
Yeah. I was also talking to someone who had joined like a while back, but they just never came to the things. So
yeah.
But this year we'll have some online, so it'll be easy to come to.
Yes.
So you don't have to go to somewhere. Just hop on your computer and jump in.
Exactly. Super easy.
Yeah.
And yeah, again, if you can't make it.
I actually joined a while back as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. I think that's a pretty common pattern. I mean, I remember in 1st year I joined like a lot of clubs, and then I just didn't show up to a lot of them as I got busier.
Yeah. Same.
That's fine as well. Honestly, like we just like having people who like games around. If you just want to show up for the game nights and play some games and eat some pizza with us, that's fine too. So I'm all that.
Yeah, show up, eat some pizza.
Yeah.
We're defined by the pizza.
Yeah. It defines who I am. I actually haven't had pizza in a while. I think I had most of my pizza intake at like events and stuff, and we haven't really had events recently.
It's a great, like, you know, sharing food, you know.
Oh yeah.
And it's cheap. So.
It's such a comfort food for me as well. It's just like this is so greasy and so salty, and it's doing everything I want it to do.
Gosh. Out of context, that sounded bad.
Yeah.
Gosh. We're talking about pizza.
We are. For anyone who's just joined, like right at this point in time, we are talking about pizza.
Yeah. That was a terrible moment to join.
I think so. I don't think I saw the stream numbers change.
Yeah, anyway, no, I think I joined like ages ago, but I just never came.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, I just never came. Someone had recommended it to me. I think I did a game. Well, it wasn't really a game jam, but I think it was. It was like a kind of like a game jam for like engineering students at one point, and I remember. I think Ingrid told me to join the club, so I ended up joining like the next year, I think.
Yeah.
And then I just never came because I didn't know where I was, or I just didn't look at my emails.
Right.
But I decided last year that I would join in, because it was like in my head I was like, oh, this is like, you know, I'm always in my degree, so I might as well just come along and go look and see what happens.
Exactly.
And
that's awesome.
So where we are now.
Yeah, I think I don't know about you, but I think in first year I was like a little intimidated to like go along. I was like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Seems like a big commitment, and I don't know if I want to do that. And then I like actually went along just for fun, like last year, and I was like, oh, this is like actually super chill.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I thought too when I first started. Yeah. I was like, oh, clubs, they sound cool, but I feel like it's going to take a lot out of me to go to them.
Oh, we're super relaxed too. And it's like, you know, we know life chill. Gets in the way. If you can't finish a game, it's not the end of the world. Like, it really isn't.
Yeah, exactly. Prioritize.
Yeah. Okay. Man. I think I've
So how's the cat? Have we given the cat a name?
We haven't actually. I think we need to give him one.
We need a name. Yeah. What's a good name for a cat? Chat. Anyone want to give any suggestions for the cat's name or the teapot?
We'd love to hear them. We originally, I made the cat blue because Kim and I's original idea was like, oh, let's use our mascots as the things in the game, and then the more we talked, the further away we got from our original plan.
When I first saw the design of the cat, I really liked it, but then it made me think of like Blue's Clues, you know? Like
yeah, no, the colours definitely do, right? I miss Blue's Clues.
Yeah.
What a show.
Yeah. What a show. I was doing some animation during the Zoom call yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was just like some guy running, but I asked someone who came into the Zoom calls, and I was like, oh, what should we go with a name? And just Sam. We were talking about how, like, sometimes these like characters that are like really like intimidating, but they're just normal names.
Yeah.
Like, so imagine this like really like buff guy, but his name's like Jeff, and everyone's scared of him. He's gonna like, I don't know.
Honestly, that's my favorite thing. Like things with names that don't fit them at all. I remember.
Yeah, it's like unexpected.
Yeah, one of my Hello, Kim. Kim's just dropped in. Kim was our host, co-host.
Saying, how goes the game?
How goes the game? Kim, the game is a little buggy, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not feeling too sharp today, but I think we've gotten it to an MVP stage. We're just trying to get attack working. Once we've got that, we'll do a little bit of fun stuff with animation.
This is game development, everyone, so this happens. Sometimes you get a little stuck.
That's okay.
Sometimes you can just keep working on it, or yeah, it's okay. And sometimes you can just like maybe take a break and come back to it, think it through, or just like, go ham, one all nighter. Not looking at anyone in particular who goes to bed like really early in the morning.
Null reference exception. That's not good. Let's take a look at what's causing that. We do love to see null reference exceptions.
Oh dang.
Man. Okay.
I'm looking at a Discord in the artist alley, and someone's made this really, really cool animation. It's so smooth.
Wait, I want to take a look at this. I'm so
Sorry,
I'm so stoked we have so many animators.
Yeah. I'm glad we made this channel on the
this looks so sick, honestly. Man.
Yeah, if anyone's here, then go check out the Discord and look at the artist alley.
We made artist alley this year because I think we need more artists to show off their art. We do love to see it.
We need more appreciation. We should make like a sound one, maybe like a music one.
Yeah, I reckon. The problem for me is like I feel like it's nice to get something started off by like posting stuff in it, but I don't have any music to post.
True, yeah. We need more musically inclined people. I'm sure there's some people out there in the club that are musically inclined.
Sure.
Feel free to show us what you got. We're willing and keen to see what you got. Dang. Anyway, how's the coding going?
This was my biggest fear coding live, like not knowing what to do and then like doing this in front of people. I think honestly
this is what it's like though,
Yeah. it's the tough reality.
Yeah.
Kim recommends the name Baby Biv for our cat.
Baby Biv.
Baby Biv. Bad.
That's a good one.
That's cute. I feel like I want to give him like a real stupid name though, not like I want to make his name like something that really doesn't fit him. Just because I think that shit's funny. I was going to say, I forgot, one of my friends was introducing me to their cat, and I was like, oh, he's lovely, what's his name? And they were like, his name is Bongwater, and I was like, oh.
That was so unexpected.
Yeah, right?
That's a solid name though.
Yeah, right? I think so. I just love it when the names are just not what you expect. It's peak humor to me.
What do they do when they like call out for it or something?
They just call out Bongwater. And they wait for Bongwater to come by.
Oh my god.
They live in a student village, so I think it was okay.
That's pretty funny.
What have I done wrong here? What's allowed on Twitch? Can you swear on Twitch? because I know like YouTube is pretty tough on their restrictions, but I actually don't know what it's like on Twitch.
I mean, like, what kind of words are swears? You know?
You know, like the standard.
Let's ask us this fundamental question.
Yeah.
What is a
What is a swear? Today on the Game Development
know, I
Guide,
have
we're
no
going to be
idea.
listing all the swears in existence.
Maybe like a game just like solely based on swearing.
I think we can do it.
Like, it was like a word game, and you had to construct a sentence, but only using swears.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't there a game like that? Isn't there like insulting simulator or something? I can't remember what
Insulting
it's called.
simulator?
But isn't there something like that?
Oh, we do love to see it.
Cool.
I don't know, if there is, I'd play it.
It's called Oh Sir, I think. The insult simulator.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds good. I have to give it a play.
Assemble witty insults using different word strings and employ combos, criticals, continuations. That's pretty cool. That's exactly what I was thinking though.
Yeah. I'm wondering what's causing this exception because, okay, the logic of my code right now is if an enemy enters the trigger, then we're going to add the enemy to a list of enemies that are within the trigger. And if we press space, then it should destroy all the enemies that are in there. Oh well, I'm just gonna leave it as it is.
Can you maybe like you could put a triggering enemy, so if it's hit by an attack, it destroys itself or something.
Yeah. So it could be controlled from enemy end. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could use tags where you have enemies with a tag as enemy.
Yeah.
And then if your collider hits this tag or something, or if the whatever's inside the collider has this tag,
yeah,
then it gets destroyed or something.
Yeah. No, I've got that, but working for now, I think the main problem is that the enemy's not destroying itself if the tag is still. For some and it's just the way that the triggers work. I think that's fine for now. I think we'll just have to say that maybe the cat needs to be moving.
It's a feature.
It's a feature, not a bug.
It's a feature. It's part of the game.
The old Bethesda approach.
Yeah. It just works.
It just works. TM. Okay, I'll save that for now. I think we should probably move on to another part of this because I've spent a long time on this.
Yeah, let's get some animation going, maybe.
Yeah, I agree. I'm sleepy. I do.
It's a long stream as well.
Yeah. I think.
I hope people out there are enjoying this.
Yeah, enjoying our rambling and clicking.
Yeah.
There are two ways to do animation in Unity. It depends what you're after, honestly. You can do. There's like the classic frame-by-frame way of doing animation. But Unity also lets you do what's it called? Rigging, which I'm personally quite a big fan of. So it depends kind of what you want to do. Darren is very good at frame-by-frame animation. If you guys are on the Discord, you can check out a couple of the stuff he did in the Zoom call yesterday. Those are done frame-by-frame, right?
Yeah, I enjoy frame-by-frame, but I'm like keen to know about the rigging.
Yes. I actually haven't done rigging for a while, so I'm gonna have a go at it and see if I remember. I'm in a new folder called animations. And what we want to do is we want to go into our cat sprite. And we will want to go into the sprite editor. Cool. So from here, you can use the skinning editor. It will load. Okay, and you can create bones here. So.
Oh, cool.
I can't tell if this is just not working or if this is computer is just being slow. It's unfortunate. Okay, no, we've got it. It's going. Alright, so normally what I would do here is, instead of having our cat as one big sprite, I would break it up into lots of little ones. So it'd have a little one for it'd have its legs separate, and it would have its tail separate, and it would have its head separate, and that would allow it to move around quite a lot more freely. But in the interest of time, I'm just going to keep everything as one big cat. So these bones are going to make it bendable. So we generate some automatic geometry, and now you guys can see, or Darren, you'll be able to see in a few seconds or so, that this cat is bending around. He's looking a little floppy. So this lets us do some pretty simple and quick animations, even though we've only got one. Even though we've only got one image. So we can make the cat look like he's running. We can make the cat. Let's actually give him a little tail. Let's make his tail be able to wiggle as well. I think that'll be cute.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah. Have you caught up? Can you see now?
You've just started drawing the bones.
Nice. So this should.
Oh, there we go.
So this.
It's so wobbly.
It's so wobbly.
I love it. It's hilarious.
Yeah. It's super
like a gummy. It's
yeah.
like a gummy cat.
It's super janky, and it works way better when you create separate sprites for each of the legs and arms and stuff like that. Because then what you can have is obviously instead of the cat moving as one big gummy piece. You have each of the arms and stuff moving separately, and you get them all to work together. But just for the sake of time, I'm going to apply this, and let's just do that for now. So we want to add an animator.
Pretty neat though. I might give it a try sometime.
There are a few pretty good tutorials online for stuff like that.
Yeah.
Again, I'll have a look for them and send them out to you guys. Cool. So, trying to remember how I can get the bones to appear for our...
So for the tutorials in week 3, 4, and 5, what will you be tutoring? Like, what are you going to be learning in those weeks?
Good question. So in week 1, we will be covering coding basics. So this is this is kind of independent of Unity, really. So this is for people who maybe don't do a degree in coding but want to get into coding and learn the basics to do some video game making. So we'll be teaching.
This is week 3?
This is week 3, yes. Coding from the ground up.
Okay. Yeah.
Week 4 will be art. So I'll be teaching you kind of some of the principles behind creating art for games, how you can create simple art and make art look good, even if you haven't been drawing for a while or you're only just starting out. And if we have time, we'll go over some animation. And in week 6, week 5, we'll be putting everything together in Unity and introducing you guys to the Unity editor and how we can use those skills together in Unity. And I think by demand, if there is demand there, I might do a tutorial in rigging for animation.
Yeah, sounds good. And then after those tutorials, there'll be the GDG jam.
Yes. So we should be able to fit in 2 rounds of GDG jam this semester. So we'll have one that spans over the mid-sem, and I definitely feel like you appreciate having the mid-sem. I definitely remember when I was doing GDG jam, I really appreciated having the mid-sem field work on my game. And then we also have one more that takes us up to exam time. So you should be able to create 2 little games by halfway through the year.
That'd be awesome.
Okay.
I'm excited for those. It'll be fun.
Should be, fingers crossed. Have big things planned.
Yeah.
I cannot find my character's bones. So usually they just appear in the editor, so they're not doing that. So this is again where I turn to Google. And
Trusty Google.
Yes, I see. Okay. Sprite. So we need to add something in called the sprite skin component. And then we press create bones. There we go. Okay, so now we can see we've got our cat's bones. Darren will see this in a second. Cool. So what's really cool about the Unity animator, and this is what I love about it, is it is so easy to use. So you just hit record, and when you hit record, you kind of move the bones to where you want them to be. And once you've moved them
catch up eventually.
Yeah. Once you move them to where you want them to be, then you just go to the next frame you want it to be at. And what I'll do is I'll move the cat. Oh, this is going to be such a janky animation, but it's good to demonstrate what you can achieve with this. Okay, so you can see that our cat is going to jump between these 2 positions. And we'd like our animation to loop, so let's just bring it to the end over here. And let's play this animation. Oh dear. Oh my gosh. Okay, so actually what I'd like my cat to do is kind of crunch down a little bit in the middle of his run. So
pretty cool.
I'm going to add another frame down here where he's kind of bending inwards. If any of you guys are yoga enthusiasts, this is going to be kind of like our cat-cow position. No pun intended.
Oh, this is so cool.
It's so fun, right?
Yeah, this is really cool. The little bounciness of it, hilarious.
It just makes things so easy for yourself as well. I think when I'm feeling too lazy to hand draw every single individual frame, it just makes life easy for me.
Oh, yeah,
oh god, this looks awful.
Definitely a time saver.
Oh my god. Oh man, okay. So
Can't wait to see it.
I'm just gonna move this cat a little bit, I think actually. I'll move him over here. And he's running. Move him up a bit. There we go. Oh, it's so ratchet.
Oh my god. Oh my. This is cool. I will say this is cool, but it looks pretty janky.
It's so janky. He looks like a little fish.
Oh my gosh, this is cool though. I think this would definitely work better if like there were separate pieces.
Yeah.
But to save time, this is definitely still pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just that we've got half an hour left and we're running a little low on time, but
Yeah, exactly.
I'm happy with this cat run animation.
I like that he's
now.
so bendy.
Yeah, yes, right.
Yeah.
And I guess just to demonstrate the power of how cool this could be is that imagine this cat was just like a character's arm, you know? If you can imagine it kind of just being able to bend like this, that would save you a lot of time. And then you have that working with all the other parts of someone's body.
Yeah.
It becomes a very powerful tool very quickly.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Cool.
You know what would be cool if you kind of like, instead of making it bend, you could have like extended the cat,
Yeah.
like stretched it forward and backwards like a caterpillar.
You actually can. I'm doing it right now, but
you can.
Give it a few minutes to catch up. It's super janky. But yeah, so all I'm doing here is rotating the bones, but you can actually scale them up and down as part of the animation as well. And that becomes really useful for the principles of animation, like squash and stretch. When I've done animation with this before, like I have an animation of a character jumping, so the character gets character's bones get longer when they're like shooting up through the air, and when they hit the ground again, the bones get kind of like quite short and flat.
I see the stretching now.
Yeah, it's quite good, right?
Oh, the poor cat.
He doesn't deserve this. Again, we do not promote cruelty to animals. We
just want to stretch the cat.
Just want to stretch the cat just a little bit. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply all of these to the prefab. I think if I can do that, unless I've messed this up. Added component, apply to prefab, and apply to prefab. Cool.
This is so cool.
Alright, so I'm going to delete this for now. We're going to go into
this is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's quite cute, right?
I had no idea about this. Yeah.
Unity's pretty fun.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's what's great about it.
And I think a lot of the time...
I mean, it goes to show... go ahead, you go.
No, I was just going to say there's like tools for just about anything you want to do in Unity. Like I know there's like a character controller tool, so if you couldn't be bothered like coding up the controls for your characters, I think there's like a component you can drag in and make do stuff for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really easy to use, huh?
Yeah.
But no, I forgot what I was gonna say now. Oh yeah, no. It goes to show that like even like if you have like a real like janky computer or laptop,
yeah,
you can still make some pretty cool stuff. Like
yeah, for sure.
It still works pretty well.
Take it from me, my as you guys have seen, my computer is just about as janky as you can get, and we've still somehow managed to make what we've done here.
Yeah. So pretty neat.
Let's bring up this animator.
Nice. Yeah, if you're tuning in now, you've just joined, and if you don't know what's going on, these will all be explained later in the tutorials, I'm sure.
It's true.
We're just showing you what, like, a little taste of what Game Developer Guild is.
Yes, exactly.
And we hope you enjoy and come along.
It'd be really awesome to see you guys there. Honestly, it's cheesy, but game development really is for everyone.
Yeah.
I think if you want to do it, there's no reason you can't.
Sometimes I like to see game development as sort of like directing a movie or directing a film. So you have all these parts and actors or characters, and then you have to put them all together to make a nice, story or make it fun and entertaining.
Yeah, it is kind of like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh dear, hang on. I don't know about for you, but for me, my Twitch said there was a network error, which I'm not.
We're still live.
We're still
good.
We're still good. It's good to see you guys.
Yeah, we're still good. We're still live.
Cool.
We just had an issue earlier. It's fine.
Okay, so this is something Kim brought up yesterday that I'm very good at forgetting to do. I always forget to chuck everything into prefabs. So I did the animation specific to the cat in the scene, but I have to redo it because I was supposed to make it for the player prefab rather than the scene. But that's fine.
Can't you drag? Can't you? Can't you like drag the object into like a prefab folder or something and make it a prefab?
The problem is I already had a player prefab, and the way the bones work, they're like specific to the bones that exist on screen right now.
I see.
Yeah. But honestly, we really didn't take that long to do this animation before, so
yeah,
we'll just remake it.
We need to watch the cat bend and stretch. Don't take that out of context.
Yes. There's a lot of I feel like we've said a lot of stuff, or at least I have on the stream, that could be awful if taken out of context.
Yeah. It's very incriminating.
Yes.
We had to use a cat, huh?
Yeah.
But it's worth it, because the cat's cute, it's worth it in the end.
Yeah. You're lucky you're cute, cat.
That just made it worse. No.
Man, this animation is so bad. I'm so excited to put this into play. Okay. Made it.
This is so bad, and I'm really excited to put it in.
Yeah. This is most of my game development experience, honestly. This sucks. I'm so excited to do this. Okay. So what we're gonna do with
hilarious.
So animating is actually pretty easy. So if I remember correctly, we'll just go into scripts and player movement, and from our player movement we can just add a line that says when player is moving, play animation, basically. I'm gonna add a if statement here. If player is moving, I'm just getting the absolute value of the player's movement vector, because it's negative if the player is moving left and positive if the player is moving right. So basically, if it's not 0, we should play the animation. So this is what are your plans for the rest of the day, Darren?
I was planning to do some grocery shopping later. I think at least.
Okay,
Nothing
same.
interesting really.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like normal stuff.
We do like normal
I
stuff.
just made like a Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying we do like normal stuff. That do be stuff we like.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just and during the stream I was just drawing like a little emoji.
Yeah.
I was bored and I put on the Discord to this, so
Is that the crying
we can all use
that? Or...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Darren and I are the resident emoji makers for Game Developer Guild.
Yeah.
So if you have any emoji suggestions, please look into us. We do.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I don't know about you, but I use it as a way to like procrastinate other things I have to do. Like I'm like, oh, I'm doing work for the Game Developer Guild. I swear, I'm busy.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. I just wish that, like, there could be like higher resolution or something.
Yeah, it is hard because they're so
the emojis
small,
are so
right?
small anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's the joy of having emojis, is that you have to be able to portray an emotion or something through such a small window of space.
Cool, so I'm just adding, oops, I've just closed everything because I'm very smart. I'm adding the animator to our script, so our script can now call animations. So now what we're going to do is, and what's really cool about using rigging is that it's seamless, it's all very mathematical, right? Because it like calculates all the frames in between for you. So if you're merging between animations, say you're going from idle animation to a running animation, it will seamlessly blend between those. So it will slowly, well, depending on how quickly you want it to go, it'll naturally change from being idle to running. So it is quite nice.
Yeah.
It does lose that, I will say that doing frame by frame has a charm that rigging can't really achieve. Like, I mean, I can't imagine. Have you seen Cuphead or played it at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I can't imagine that game being done with like with bone rigging. Like it just would not have the same charm at all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it has that like the look of like a Disney, the old Disney. That's what they were going for, right? And they like handed everything, so it's like super smooth and really good looking.
I get tired watching the game, honestly. Like as someone who does art, I'm like, how many hours of drawing is this? Because it's not like it's not like there are like careless, like shitty in between frames. Like every single frame is done like to like the most detail they can find.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it must have taken ages to do them though.
Yeah.
And a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
So much work.
It's a great game though.
Yeah.
I think they have a I think they actually have a Netflix series or something.
Yeah,
I heard something they have a Netflix series.
It is cool. Is it already out or is it coming out?
I don't know. It's probably already out, I assume.
I'll check it out.
But yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. But I mean, there are lots of like games that have their own like. Oh, you know what? Actually, sorry, this is like kind of sidetracking now, but you know what? It had great animation, and it was done a lot with like frame by frame. Is the Castlevania series on Netflix?
Yes, I'm on season 2 right now. It's so
crisp.
So crisp. We do love that crisp.
It is very nice.
Man, I'm just having a lot of fun with it, right? It's definitely like a very like typical fantasy story, but it's just so much fun to watch.
Mm.
That I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's just a darn good show, and that's all I have to say about it. Have you finished it, or are you still?
I was pretty satisfied. No, I finished it. It was pretty good ending as well. But no, I was satisfied by the animation a lot of the time. So
yeah.
yeah. Actually, like it's like kind of inspiring to watch as well, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think with how far animation's gotten these days, it is very easy for studios to be lazy with animation. So I always really appreciate it whenever I see like the company go out of their way to do stuff like this. Okay. My computer has slowed
if anyone's still around listening. Oh. Yeah, if anyone's still around listening, we're nearing the end. Well, still got a bit, but nearing the end of the stream. But we still hope that you'll come along and join the club, and just hopefully have a good time.
Yes.
Had a good time watching the stream, obviously. Yeah.
Okay. Technical difficulties yet again, unfortunately. My computer's incredibly slow. I really hope this doesn't happen like live on stream with Danny from MiHoYo. That would really suck. Man.
Yeah.
Maybe
there's a way for like someone else to stream it.
Yeah, we'll have a look.
Someone else to stream it, but you like talk. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, Clinton and I were thinking of doing that. Clinton might stream, and I will just be on a Zoom call with him.
Yeah.
I think that could work.
Oh, that was a spoiler alert, by the way. Oh.
Yeah, but that is something to look forward to. We will be having a chat with a developer from MiHoYo if you're interested in seeing how he got to where he got to.
Yeah.
So game is.
There's a.
Go ahead.
There's a lot of progress with the animation here. It's looking good. It's looking good.
I'm struggling to remember. Probably should have prepared this beforehand, but I'm struggling to remember how to connect it up to the character, because I should just be able to drag the animation into the UI, but I'm not able to do that right now, and I'm wondering if that's just because my computer's too slow to keep up. But it might well be.
I mean, from yesterday, I think you made a lot of progress.
Yeah,
it's actually been like a lot done. This is like basically a finished game.
Close to it, anyway.
Yeah, and I'm sure like people enjoyed watching you make the game. So, you know,
Fully.
all in all, win.
Oh, so this is the animator and forgot to mention the animator, but this is really cool. Basically, what the animator will do is it'll just track some variables in your code for you. So, for example, if you have a variable in your code called is running, you can make your animator track the is running variable, and as soon as that turns true, it'll start playing your running animation. So once you get really into it, it can really simplify your animation process. This is also really good because it doesn't just track booleans, it can also track like floats and variable numbers as well. So it's like maybe when your character is at a certain level of health, it might play like an injured animation. So it's like check if health is below this amount, for example. So that's really cool, I think, as well. And so that's what we use the animator for. Damn.
Pretty neat tool.
It is. I think if I had time, should I make it? Problem is I haven't made an idle animation yet, so I don't have something for it to loop between. I think we're just going to do this the janky way. Right. Well, we're getting close to the end of the stream, so I didn't make as much progress today as I would like to, but I hope this was interesting for you guys in terms of seeing how some of Unity works. So we had this little cat run animation that we made. Looks like this. He's just bumping around.
This is pretty neat.
We have this mostly playable game. So in the last, oh my god, it's playing. I did not expect this to happen. Okay, so the game is playing, and we can see the game is the little cat is wiggling around in the game. So we're good, basically. So our game, we have our animation, we have our attack, we have our movement, we have our win, and we have our death. So that's what we've done so far in this game. What I will do is, I think around the end of today, I'll probably just squash out a couple of the other boring bugs in this game, and I will upload this to itch.io if you guys are interested in having a look at the code and how we've made this game. Otherwise,
It's pretty neat.
It's cute. It's a cute game.
Do you want to showcase one more game?
I reckon we showcase one more game. I was thinking of showcase.
I've sent you one in the. This is the food night.
Let's take a look.
I think it works. I'm pretty sure it works.
Pretty sure. You are a food knight sent together food for the king's feast.
Yeah, none of that happens in the game, but I just want to give a little backstory.
Yeah. Okay. While that downloads, let's play one of the games that I have already downloaded. I really enjoyed Retrofit. Good job, Quentin.
Yeah, Retrofit was really good.
I'm going to load up this game called Chroma Chameleon.
Yeah, that's a neat one.
Yeah.
I really like the music. What was it? Duality?
Yeah.
Duality yesterday?
That was cute, right?
Yeah, I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
The music was really good on it.
I don't know if that was made in-house or if that was off the internet, but it's good music regardless.
Yeah.
Have you had a play?
And the 3D models were nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, those were top. Have you had a go at Chroma Chameleon yet?
No, but I've had a look at like gameplay.
Yeah.
Because we watched it. It looks pretty good though. It looks pretty clean as well.
Especially for something done in like 48 hours. Very impressive.
Yeah.
Alright.
Exactly.
Let me get this on the stream for you guys so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'll probably close Unity now. Hopefully that'll free up a bit of real estate on my computer.
Yeah.
Okay. Stand in the middle of the flower bed and press E to change your color. Okay, so the principle behind this game is you can stick out your tongue and you can attack stuff, but you need to change your color to solve the different puzzles. Different halves of your body.
It looks really well colored.
Yeah, right? Different halves of your body can become separate colors if you stand halfway between two colors. I have no idea how they programmed this, honestly. Oh my god, and you have to make it. Oh my god, you can become two different colors and blend your colors together. That's insane.
Oh.
Oh, this is so well done.
They did this in what, 48 hours? Damn.
Yeah. And like someone could say like, oh man, like, they could have, made some of this beforehand. But no, the theme was a dash, so they had to make it to the theme,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like this. Yeah, honestly, like, I feel like game jams really, like, bring out a lot of creativity.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh my god. Have you ever done a game jam? I mean, like, obviously we did, like, teams.
Yeah. Like a long time ago, yeah.
Yeah. You reckon you'll do one this year?
Long time ago, I mean... Yeah, I might. We'll see how the year goes. Because, the whole COVID thing.
COVID thing, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, I enjoy, like, the in-person stuff.
For sure. GDG was so fun last year. I definitely didn't make a super my game was definitely nowhere near as polished as this, but it was still, I don't know, just like a cool experience.
Yeah. Yeah, it really helps like develop skills.
Yeah. I'm so impressed with the graphics in this game. Honestly.
Yeah, it looks really good. I like the little like bug-eyed chameleon at the bottom left on the UI.
Oh yeah, true. Oh, it's cute. Yeah, no idea how to.
I can't tell on the stream, but do the eyes like jiggle around when he moves, or do they?
The eyes just kind of twitch around everywhere. So
That's cool.
He's just looking all over the place.
It's hilarious.
Clinton was telling me, and this is what I mean by like, a good thing about Unity and just the game development community is there's almost always someone who's solved the same problem as you. So I was like, how did they do this lizard animation so quickly? And then he was like, Clinton told me, Oh, well, actually, like, you know, there was someone on YouTube who happened to do a tutorial on making, like, lizard... Like making an animation of a lizard moving, and they just followed that.
Dang. Yeah, it's pretty useful, huh? Isn't that weird, though? It's weird that someone's done that already.
It's so specific, yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is Chroma Chameleon. Done in 48 hours for Kiwi Jam. And it's actually currently...
Really cool.
Yeah. And it's free to play, believe it or not. I would happily pay money for this game, but as of right now, it is available and free to play on itch.io, and we will link this to you guys after the stream. It's got a really cute soundtrack as well. I don't know if they made it, but it's a lot of fun. I think I'm also surprised with the amount of content and the amount of levels they managed to design
Yeah.
in that time. So I guess for me, I think like in 48 hours, I think I can get mechanics down, but I don't know if I have time to like design like fun levels, you know? But they've done it all. They've basically got a complete game going.
Yeah. I wonder how many people work on. How did you know how many people worked on this one?
I believe it was a 9-person team. It was a pretty chunky team.
Yeah. That's a chunky team.
But props to them, because I think it was hard. I think the bigger the team gets, the more you need to know what you're doing in terms of like working together.
Yeah, it's like harder to manage, I guess, the more people you have, and you really need to coordinate with each other.
Sure. Anyway, that was Chroma Chameleon, guys. And we'll see if at this point in time, I'm gonna have a look to see if
It's fell.
what was the name of your game again? Food Night.
Food Night. You don't have to look at it if we're out of time. It's fine.
I think we can make a bit of time for Food Night. Alright. Just gonna open the package. Thank you guys for coming by today, by the way, for those of you who are watching. It's good to see you, and I hope some of these games are somewhat inspiring.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they are for me. I feel like I watch a lot of... I've been playing a lot of these games, and I'm like, man, I feel like there are such cool people in this club, you know?
Yeah. These are they're like people like, you know, you and me. They're like, no, they're like uni students as well. So
Yeah.
that's what makes it more like relatable.
Yeah. I think what is also cool is like you play these games and you're like, if you like some of these I play and I'm like, wow, I wonder how they did this, and because they're people in our club, you can just ask them. They'll show you the code.
Yeah.
They can show you how to play it. Cool. So I'm going to give Food Night a run. Oh, this music's cute. Where do you get the music from, Darren?
I just found it online, like some royalty-free online site.
Oh, we love royalty-free music. What a godsend, honestly. There's a special place in heaven for people who create royalty-free music.
I know, right? Those people deserve a prize, a reward.
Oh, dude,
No
this
money.
is so sick. This game is so cool.
I don't think it's reached the stream yet. I can't say it yet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah, these animations are awesome. Oh my
Oh,
god.
thanks.
Oh, and then when you kill them, you can collect them.
Yeah. You can scroll wheel to like change, like have the ingredients in your hand or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And if you combine the two ingredients together, you can.
Oh my god, I love the little arm thing he does when he pulls out his ingredient. What is this? This is fish. Okay. How do you combine ingredients? I probably should have looked at the help.
So you can drop an ingredient. If you're holding one, you press Q, you can drop it, I think.
Okay.
And then if you pull another one out,
Ah.
and yeah.
Yeah.
And then it'll make a little food if you walk into it, I think. I think if you walk into it, I can't remember.
Yeah.
For a game that I made, I can't remember a lot of it.
Classic. Okay, I'm gonna press E to drop.
Yeah. E is throw a thing and Q is drop. I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. This is embarrassing. Yeah, if you're holding a food and you walk into another ingredient, you can like combine them. If you just walk into it, I believe.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just throw this one, and then I want to walk into it. This one. Oh! I made fish and chips. Yeah, baby.
I'm glad you recognize that it's fish and chips.
This is so cute. Ah, man, I fell off. You have any plans to continue this, or you reckon this is done?
Nah, I'm done with this one. I'm gonna move on.
This is definitely showcaseable though. Like, you know, this is such a cool thing.
You.
I at the very least on like your resume. You can totally.
Well, thank you. Yeah. If anyone wants to check it out, we'll put all the games that we showcased into an announcement, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome.
Alright.
Alright, well, you want to wrap it up?
I do. I'm going to make fish and chips one more time because it was incredibly satisfying. Once I've done this.
I think there are a bunch of combos you can do, like, for different foods, but I can't remember.
I think the only thing I'd recommend if you were going to keep working on this game is maybe like a live system.
Oh yeah,
because,
I just kind of let instant death.
Yeah. But no, this is so cool. It's good stuff. You're done good. Alright. Hi everyone. Thank you guys for dropping in. It's been really cool to see you guys around. And we hope the last couple of days, even if you've only dropped in for like a couple minutes or you've been here for the whole stream for whatever reason, we hope it's been fun for you guys and it's been a good kind of little showcase of what you might want to get into if you join the Game Developer Guild. Come give us a try, give it a go, and we're really keen to see you guys this year. So come along and join us at the Discord if you haven't already, because that's where all of our updates and resources and stuff like that go. So the Discord link's just there. But yeah, thanks for joining for this Club Expo, guys. Real shame it couldn't be in person, because I do love meeting all of you guys. But yes, thank you for joining, and we will see you guys around. And yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
See you from both of us.